Pressing the wrong button is something I do very well. Hello. hello. Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you're all good. Oh my god. Alright, here we go. Immediate tone change. Every time I switch into the game, it's like, woo! That is loud. But hello, howdy, and whatever else you might say to say hello. It is once again a Wednesday. I gotta admit, it doesn't feel like today is a Wednesday. I don't feel like today is a Wednesday at all. Except for dying over in your game, you're good? Okay. What are you playing that you're dying? Share with the class, please. I just got back from, from watching the first 2 episodes of Healer Girl, I think it's called. It's a seasonal anime that's coming out right now, and there's 2 episodes out, and it's from those 2 episodes, it's definitely healing me for sure. Not me, everyone else is dying. Oh, Kuro no Kiseki. Is that an entry into the Trace series? The stealth segments. I'm trying to platinum. Wait, have you been playing Spider-Man the entire day that you're trying to platinum it right now? Holy hell. Watching people die. Well, we do not want to see more people die in this game, but I don't. Well, I'm not too sure whether we can keep that up. It is also 1 AM. We stopped right before confronting Hyesung. The new Trails game special released last week. Oh, so you're doing another Japanese run. Okay. Well, good luck. I hope I hope it's not your favorite characters dying. Alright. We didn't do anything, right? We just met him and then we didn't do anything else. So the first thing that we are actually going to do is move our mouse out of the game. And open and look at our phone. That's always a good idea. We'll look at our phone. He's like, hey, I want to talk to you. We're having an argument right now. I should focus on a conversation. No, you need to look at your phone right now. Thank you for the shiny redeem. Now that Sunyan is dead, Bisa is pretty much doomed, isn't it? What do you say? Everyone will be happy if you decide to come back. I don't think this is the right time to think about that. Like, I'm sorry, she literally just died and you're like, no, you can come back. That is wild. There might be important information on the phone. There actually is. Not really. There really isn't. It's, there really isn't, but we're here to complete stuff, so we want to see what's happening. Shouldn't be thinking about this right now. I don't think this is the right time to think about that. Sorry, I shouldn't have asked when it's chaotic within and without. But now I have no idea what's going to happen. We don't consider recruiting a new bassist just yet. I wonder if Wusek will continue to stay with us. I kind of messed things up for him twice already. Band members who sided with him are still there. He thought about them for a while. He thought about the moments of the band going through hell. Dorian quietly bit his lower lip. They got an opportunity to sign a record deal with an agency thanks to a new vocalist, but the agency demanded changes to their lineup and musical style, though Yoon objected to the demands and the record deal fell through. Huh! Wait, we're only the bassist, but we still decided, like, we were the one to decide, oh, we're not going through with the record deal? Interesting. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter which position you have in a band to be like the leader, but usually, I don't know, for some reason I always expect the leader of a band to be the main vocalist or something, or like the main guitarist. Lots of times the singer will also be one of the guitarists, but that's interesting. It's time to wrap up the conversation. Sure. What else is there? We should actually start from down here though. Who's a stroll now? Someone's already dead. I saw it myself, so stop talking bullshit. Big bomb exploded. What? Houston did something stupid. Wait, didn't we? No, we read all this, didn't we? Is anyone? Yeah. No, hold on. We read all of these. We read these before we even... May she rest in peace. Soon you've seen these comments must have been knocked out already. If this was taking place on air, the judges and stuff would have helped you, but they're none around you now, lol. Why? Yeah. Respond strongly. Let's respond strongly to this guy. He keeps poking, like, not even fun at us. He's just rude. He's provoking me directly. This user had been posting negative comments all along, even if they didn't ignore it, this guy wouldn't stop. Mind your own business, not mine. Doing is revealing his true colors now. The concept is already being used by Hirschung. Did you get his permission, lol? No, doing the betrayal certainly wouldn't have done it. He seems to have lost touch with reality while being favored by stuff. Do you want me to inform Sungin about this and you can get all the spotlight you want? What is this? This will not end easily. What is this dude's problem? Literally, though. May she rest in peace. I saw the news in the writer's room but didn't believe it. Commenting on the option of the show and related damage seems a bit excessive. How could Hyesung know about the death of producer Sungyeon first? It's already shared inside. They didn't find a body, did they? Oh, yes, we did. We actually had to look at the body directly and see what happened to her and how she died. Isn't that fun? That's definitely what you should have, you know, people do that are stuck in a room. Well, a room is the wrong way to say, but we're stuck in here with a dead body. Isn't that nice? Anyone that goes by jungle penguin is sus. Penguins don't belong in the jungle. I don't want to think about it, but maybe Sungyeon is really under the collapsed building. Thoughts and prayers for the lost. If you have a thing called conscience, stop impersonating the late person immediately. Honestly though, don't do that. Okay, so we checked our phone. He's still standing there. He's like, why do you do this? I am going to need another save, but I'm not. Fun thing is, if you say all the wrong things here, you can get a bad end. It's literally like if you say the wrong thing too many times in a row and get his rapper down all the way, like repeatedly, you get a unique bad ending. If you keep standing like that, his arm will fall off. Nice. Keep standing like that, my dude. Anyway, let's see. We're gonna say the right things. We're gonna say the right things because that's a pain in the ass to do. Anyway, criticism dominant. I'm taking flack from inside and out. Nobody's on my side. I mean, the way you've been acting, I'm not surprised. Which side do you think I'm on? You're annoying, but you understand the language at least. How am I annoying? Ask me a question like this with that innocent look on your face. Oh, now it's an innocent look. Last time you said that I look mad all the time. Houston clicked his tongue. When the others like the viewers or the comments say that you're a betrayer, you never seem to respond. Are you suppressing your anger or do you not feel anything? I mean, I know I'm not a betrayer, so why would I give them the satisfaction of reacting to it? That's some heavy stuff. Innocently mad. I have to catch you when your guard is down so that I can get the real response. Now give me a real response, I'm curious. Hyesung's eyes lit up as he was rushing Doyeon for an answer. That's real. Are you saying you're lost for words? I didn't think I would be, but I think I can understand that in some ways. I also get tongue-tied sometimes when I see someone babbling nonsense, like you are right now. End up giving up on answering. Hyesung lowered his head and mumbled to himself. Doyeon scratched his neck and pondered on what to say. They called me a betrayer because that was the truth in their eyes. Truth in their eyes. What you see can be different from what really happened. Oh! In that sense, I feel a sense of kinship. Hyesung said that he sympathized with Doyeon, but he didn't say why. I mentioned Seungyeon to provoke as Seungyeon, so I guess it's practically over for me. We don't know that. Don't you think I know how messed up my image is after appearing on the show? Victim. Hyesung's arrogant and rickety image created by the show led to his bad reputation. Oh, an event. What's this one?
あんたにもそう見えるのか。いきなり何のことだ。俺ってそんな不良に見えんのかよ。
I can definitely see why he would be a class clown, but I don't see him as a bully. Hyesung suddenly asked a question.
喋ったあの投稿気にしてる。おい、誰が俺の質問の意図なんか考えろって。パッと見てどうなんだよ。
You look like some guy who tried to, you know, dye his hair on his own. Like bright red. He probably stained the entire bathroom trying to wash out the color.
今マジで傷ついたからな。
Well, it's true!
パッと見てどうかって聞くから。
Hyesung clicked his tongue looking at the ground.
ああ、そうだよ。俺は昔から分別がなかった。
I mean, you're only 20.
だけど、不良みたいなことはしてねえからな。
Okay.
真面目じゃなかったけどよ。まあ、ダチとの義理の方が大事だから。遊びに誘われたら断れなくて。そんなやついるだろ。わからないわけないだろ。それがそんなに不良みたいか。そうだとは言いづらいな。
Hyesung glanced at Doyeon while talking.
ふざけて迷惑かけたことはあるけどよ。でも俺正直。
Hyesung closed his mouth.
正直。なんでもねえよ。
Come on, just tell me the truth about that bullying incident.
どうせ暴力振るってたんだろうって思っ。俺が何考えてるか勝手に決めるなよな。自分で自分のイメージを悪くしてたんだよ。しかも真偽に関する議論もなし。話が出た途端に確定。
Greetings, gamer. How are you this fine day? I'm good, gamer. How are you? How are you doing tonight? Doyeon wanted to bring up Hyesung's criminal record, but he didn't.
とにかくよ。あんたに分別がないと言われたことは。
Well, you are.
聞かれたから言っただけだって。
Effective branding. Hyesung accepted that he had a hot temper, but he seemed troubled at the thought of the rumor being rendered as truth right after it was revealed online. How is this racing our rapid with him? Hyesung admits that he was not a good student. He had no interest in studying and cared more about experiencing fun incidents or having friendship. Valid. That's valid though. Okay, what else? Just rain so you're nice and cozy in bed. Oh, nice. I wish I was nice and cozy in bed. Here it's really warm. Like you can really feel that it's getting warmer again. I hope it stays the way it is right now because I'm so tired of having to wear like, I don't know, 5 layers. You have to be a streamer. God tier setup would be streaming in bed, like from the bed, but I think I would actually fall asleep on stream if I tried doing that. The timing was terrible. The news came on immediately after and they made an announcement through the official account. It's like I acted out even before the official announcement was even made. Well, that's because you did! You didn't have to write about arguing with S. Seungyeon. Don't they piss you off? They do! But the worst thing you can do is feed into people like that. I'm upset but trying to suppress anger. I'm only waiting for a good chance. I'm gonna flip out. He's probably going to like that. Frankly, I'm angry too. I was looking for the right timing. Yeah, he liked that. I knew you were a trustworthy person. But you made a bad choice earlier. Doyeon, listen to me. Seungyeon got insulted by a Seungyeon even after she died. You're supposed to join me fighting a Seungyeon. But look, I'm the only one that's getting lashed at. Because you keep doing it in a dumb way. You're just afraid of taking damage for getting entangled with me. Ayo. Hypocrite. Hyesung complained and called the other survivors hypocrites for criticizing him more than S. Seungyeon, who was making fun of Seungyeon. I mean, they didn't get along with her very well. Very well. That's because the others were surprised because he suddenly wrote about Seungyeon. I admit that I got carried away a bit, but I was also shocked by what happened to Seungyeon. Couldn't stand to watch them acting like Seungyeon. I thought they would take a hike if I caught them off guard. Although it didn't seem to work. No. No, you did. Stupid. You have to get at the train station. Allow me to curse you.
Okay. Have fun. Have fun at the train station. Stay safe. And thank you for the curse. Ooh. Hope you have a good day. Reason for posting. Hyesung felt that he had to do something about S. Seungyeon, who was impersonating the late producer. So he revealed her death to the public to make them shut up. Well, here we are. Okay, Hyesung is strange. What? Why did I run? Were you asking me this when you already saw and heard the whole thing? It's dangerous by yourself. I know, you don't think I'm scared? But what I say down now is still dangerous. This place is more dangerous. Something serious could happen here. Also, you're on your own. Like, if this thing falls down and you get, I don't know, you know, the ceiling falls on your head, we won't not be able to get you out of here. Or even if you don't get hit by the ceiling, if the ceiling breaks down and you're like stuck even further in this room, backside, we don't have any ways of opening that other door. You will literally die in here. It's more dangerous in here. You could be in big trouble. Oh, he liked that. Yada yada does it. If this potentially murder, do you really want to be left alone? Right? Right? Wow, how compassionate of you to worry about me. Don't be sarcastic. I'm not being sarcastic, that's why I called you first. It seems as though you didn't get it when I said it's dangerous for me, but I say that or not. If I stay there, then I'll take my watch or tie me up by my hands and feet.
Yeah.
No one would go that far. You're such a fool sometimes. What are you talking about? Never mind. The sheer amount of JoJo's upload for me. I mean, I gotta admit, I haven't seen JoJo. I only know a few of the good old memes. Anyhow, I came here to protect myself. I'm not getting out until we come to a conclusion. Okay, sure. Self-defense. Hyesung argued that he left to protect himself because he was afraid the others would try to restrict his actions. I see. Well, we have to go to everything we have. 4 of us would have made it to the next stage during this episode. If one person drops out, there would only be 4 left.
Yeah.
You can't have everything your way. Don't spoil it for me. You must think I'm soft because I was nice to you. Do you think you'd be okay if I decide to attack you? I really don't think you could. There's releasing new parts all on Netflix. Oh. I mean, listen, you know what my problem is with JoJo? Like, aside from how long and how much of it is out there already, I do not like the art style. I just don't think the art style is, like, it's not my kind of art style. I get that the story might be amazing, but I just don't like how it looks. But you're not doing that. Right, it's ridiculous. I guess I'm softer than I thought when I'm with you. I think you'll be nice to everyone else. Hyesung, what you're doing now is pointless. I think you should give up now and go back to... I don't want to hear that, okay? If you ever want me to stop doing something, just tell me to keep going. Or if you want me to keep doing something, tell me to stop.
If that's what you want, keep asking us to drop out.
分かった
Okay, fine. Hey, that's different from what you said. I'm the one who started this, it's up to me. We're not even sure if Beastars will continue. You're slow. The official count showed us a clear sign. They will try to continue the show by saying something about continuing what Sungyun had left behind. I'm certain, and I'm going all in with my expectation. Getting eliminated from the show as the last rank and going back to my place where there's nothing? I can never allow that. I'm not reaching like the voice I did for him last time. I'm not getting there. As long as you know the memes. Honestly. After reading posts on the official account, Hisung now thinks that the show will resume. It's probably right. Give me evening, every meow thinks. Oh, that's a bunch of meow. I'm doing good. How about you? I hear you're having lots of fun with the Final Fantasy XIV update. As well as everyone else on Twitter seems to be doing, and I'm like, damn, I wish I was subbed to Final Fantasy XIV right now and had the time to actually play it. Did you read the post? They're unbelievable. Talking about how the person in last will die, we have an assassin in town. What are they going to do? Come in and do a sword dance in front of me? You're just babbling nonsense. Do I look like I give a crap? Hyesung smiled wickedly. Beads of sweat on the tip of his nose glittered under the dressing room lights.
Yep.
Imagine paying a subscription just to play the video game. Listen, I am not a fan of the subscription either. But sadly, it is a very good game. And boys, that's fun. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. They were right about a few things. Anyone can guess based on the rumors out there. Maybe. God, you're so indecisive. Hyesung clicked his tongue. We can't be wasting time on some phonies. Right, until the rescue team arrives, we should. Hey, that's not the answer either. Then what is the answer? I am what we can easily ignore as Sungyun. Hyesung downplayed as Sungyun's murder threat. He argued that as Sungyun had gotten a few things correct purely by luck. Okay. What about this one? I'm reckless and I don't even try. That's my character. My current actions perfectly fit the character. You know why your image has suddenly deteriorated? Because people found out I assaulted someone and got expelled from school. Nobody cares about my reason. Well, if it's true that you assaulted someone, no one will care for your reason. That's true. You assaulted someone and that's it, yeah? That's usually what happens. Okay, what is your side of the story then? Don't you think it's because you didn't give a proper explanation? Oh. Hyesung suddenly fell silent. You never explained why the incident happened and... I tried in the beginning, but I gave up because everyone ignored me. His eyes glared. I've been screaming out for someone to hear me out, but no one did. What did you miss? We've been slowly working our way through with talking to Hyesung, but we haven't really gotten anywhere yet, not gonna lie. Nobody wants to know why I killed him. God! maybe his wives were just bad. Maybe he just ran into my knife by accident. It wasn't on purpose. I was only pointing it in his general direction by chance. Hyesung strained his eyes and panted. Not even your family? What happened? My family? I don't even talk to my mother anymore. His son got expelled, got a criminal record, and kept getting insulted, but no. Settling the matter would have required a fortune, so they just gave up. Settling, not selling. Ever since we've been living separately, they didn't want anything to do with me. Because I have no power, money, or voice. No one wanted to hear me out. I was forsaken after being robbed of my dignity. Hyesung had no one on his side, not even his family. He only had himself to rely on. Alienated. Oh. Doyon couldn't say anything after hearing the yatch in Hyesung's voice. Hyesung turned his head and glanced at Doyon. If I get eliminated from the show, I won't have another chance to come back. I have to survive. I'll restore my image somehow. Before I do, I can't be a good person. Comeback chance. Hyesung believes that his image and credibility are not so good that he must restore his past image to succeed. I see. I do not have like a money to hours spent ratio anymore because it doesn't work out and my math is not very good. But it's like if I don't know, if I get a game on sale and I have a bunch of fun with it, that's good. If I get a game for like full price, it's either something I've been looking forward to for a very, very long time. I don't know, like, you know, I have had Splatoon 3 pre-ordered ever since it was first announced. There's not even like an actual date for it yet. Like, that's a game I'm willing to pay full price for because I know I'm going to have a bunch of fun with Splatoon 3. And, you know, I'm going to spend a bunch of hours in it. But yeah, it's like, you know, I try to get my stuff on sale. And then if it's really good, like if I had a bunch of fun, I try to see if I can support the developers by getting it on another platform or like buying it for other people. Word of mouth, whatever. Stuff like that. By the way, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim is now out on the Nintendo Switch since yesterday. Two things to note. One, it's Vanillaware's latest game. It is gorgeous. I love it. I've played it to 100% on the PlayStation 4. I would buy it again. I will buy it again. I will play it again. But the Switch version costs a full 60 euros, dollars, whatever right now. So you know, I'm gonna wait for that to drop a little, but it's a great game. It's a great game. I would like to recommend. Just thought of that with the, you know, buying games several times. Thank you for the pad. It's the same for Genshin, so to each their own, I suppose. Ooh, Genshin. I have stopped playing Genshin. It's better for myself and my wallet. Look at you all striving after virtue at a time like this. Excuse me. It's confusing for everyone. You don't have to think ill of. I might have different thoughts. I respect that. But why are you all up in my business? Is it because I'm the easiest to pick on? You called me out here. I'm just scared for your safety. Yeah, the PlayStation 4 release was last year, the English one. The English release of 13 Sentinels was last year. I'm saying this like if you can get it on the PlayStation, I think you should get it on a PlayStation. For one, because its price has already dropped like permanently to like 30, I think. And also, I don't know if it actually will run well on the Switch because in the part of the game there's so much going on. I kind of have a feeling that it's going to be laggy. I don't know how good the Switch port is. I don't know. I just have a feeling. If you install Genshin, you only play when I actually feel like that's perfect. That's okay. One gacha game, that's spoils already. I'm not playing any gacha games anymore. Ha. No, you're not. No, no more spending money on video games, okay? No. Your behavior could jeopardize others. It's because you surprised everyone. They only reacted to your action. If the port was done properly, it shouldn't be an issue. We all know people like to cheapo when it comes to optimize stuff for the Switch. Yeah. I mean, I'll look into it. I see what people say who've already played it. I hope it's a good port. I really want to play the game again. Like, I need a reason to start it from the beginning. I really need a reason to start from the beginning. And since I already have it to 100% on the PlayStation, I need that Switch port. What's poppin'? I'm doing well. I hope you are as well. Well, now it's worth about €1. If I don't think I spent 20 hours in a game, it costs 20, then I won't buy it. Ah, yeah. That just doesn't work for a bunch of games for me. I gotta admit, because a bunch of like indie games or visual novels, like with my reading speed, I just won't get to 20 hours, but the experience is still worth the 20 euros to me. Like, that just doesn't work for visual novels for me, and like the small indie games. For big AAA games and stuff, though, for sure. If I don't get lots of stuff out of there, I will not be spending that much money. No more video games means are still good to go. Look at you, sharp as always. I did act recklessly out of anger. Right, we didn't lash out at you because you're Hyesung. Still, you're only criticizing me when Sungyeon is the bad guy. No, I will criticize you whenever. When in fact, you're just busy tending to your image and popularity. You people have no right to criticize me. Don't forget that everyone's in shock. They're not mad, they're just perplexed. Well, if you get perplexed twice, you probably stab me in the back. Hyesung thinks that other contestants are also trying to maintain their popularity in rankings. You judge according to personal experience. Right. I just don't like when I feel like I've wasted money on a game. That's just something I don't like. Good thing it hasn't happened many times so far. I gotta say, most of the games that I've bought my whole life and that I've also, managed to actually play, I do not like regret buying them. So that's good. Okay, what about this one? Do you know what the best marketing strategy is? I don't know, tell me. What's with the sudden change of topic? If you don't know, listen up. The best marketing strategy is bus marketing. Is that what you're doing? Marketing? Of course. If I'm to survive until the show resumes, I should stay at the center of their attention. It's too much. You're doing too much. There's too much noise. That I can barely see you through it. Oh yeah, I don't like it when they prolong the games. Just, what I really don't like is when you don't even hear anything about a game. It's just, oh, this game has 80 plus hours. I'm like, do I actually spend those 80 hours doing something, or is it just like unnecessary exposure and running around trying to get to the next place? Is it just a giant world map because you flex that you can make a giant world map, but it's not actually filled with anything? It just has me running around for 20 hours? Was it needed? Does this game have to be 80 hours long if the story is only 20? I like that we chose the same exact numbers. But yeah, I don't like that either. There's only 2 games off the top of my head where I do not mind that I spent 80 hours on. One of them being Persona 5. I barely got under 80 hours on the first one, I think, to get through the entire story, and the other one being the entirety of Umineko. So there's only very little games where I feel like those 80 hours were deserved. I was never there in the first place. The noise got me up and the noise tripped me. The only way to go up is through bats. If you tripped once, you should consider other methods. At least after getting out of this mess. What if we get out? What if the show continues? What if the current votes remain? Let's keep it cool, let's endure it, even I can say that. There's no such thing as bad publicity, and I will shake them somehow. I hate I hate the saying that there's no such thing as bad publicity. Like, sure, people will know you and people will talk about you, but do you really want to be known as someone people do not like? As someone who fucked up repeatedly? Is that really how you want to be known for the rest of your life? Aren't you really going to stop?
わかった
I will either go up or take out the others. Until then, I have to stay at the center of attention. Hyesung wiped the sweat off his chin. Why are you sweating so much, dude? If I'm to go crazy, I'd rather go for a psycho that's getting all the attention. Don't say that. It's my policy, and this policy will never change. Hyesung believes he must not shy away from the public eye in order to continue on when the show resumes. He intends to stay in the spotlight. Spending 10 euros on a game, he ended up playing for just short of 400 hours. That's fair. Alright, what about this one? There are levels to the information. Hmm?
そうか
What levels? Tell me, Yasin, because you really don't know. I'm so worried since I have to explain this to you every single time.
見てみろよ
Look, the tabloid stories gathered by Seungyeon, it's all low-level info.
それなら
Then what's high-level information? Bad publicity is not exactly working well for Activision Blizzard and Ubisoft. Wait, what did Ubisoft do now? Oh god, okay. I like shorter games. I like shorter games because I can just end up sitting there and go through them in like 1 or 2 like sessions. Because for me privately, if a game takes longer than that, I will just accidentally drop it at some point. Like I don't find the time to play it for a few weeks and I will never finish it. Literally. So if I can finish it in, you know, 1 session, that's perfect. If I can finish it in a weekend or 2, yeah, that's okay. But everything longer than that, I was like, Hyesung took his time.
そうだ
The information that I have, the real secrets. Difference in quality. Hyesung argued that he was fundamentally different from Seungyeon, who was just repeating old rumors that they had heard somewhere else. With defending Spark Culture going NFT, but abandoning the very game they made NFTs for. They made NFTs for a game? Oh. I didn't even know about that. In this household, we do not like NFTs. If you like NFTs, get out. Now. They've publicly defended NFTs. Wow. Ew. Ew.
へえ
Your eyes got bigger. What a sight.
な
It's because you're speaking nonsense. Never seen your eyes grow so big. Who cares what my eyes look like? What do you mean by secret?
Huh?
Secrets are secrets. What explanation do you need? Hyesung stared at Doyin's bewildered face for a moment. Premium information that's completely different from Seungyeon's gossip. Secret only I know. I told you I have aces in the hole. You can talk about them later even if you know something. This is not the time to reveal those. Are you trying to marry NFTs with D&D? Of course it's the high-ups defending it. Who else would defend stuff like this? Now's not the time. Even if you know something, do it later. Oh, do you want me to pick the right timing? Hyesung smiled wickedly. Again.
考えてみろ
As Seungyeon is kicking up the dust, an official account is making all kinds of mistakes. Now is the time to make a bet, not later.
一体
What the hell are you up to? Were you even listening when I was going on about my aces? I'll tell them that I will expose them. Sure, there's a way to stop me. To drop out of the audition voluntarily.
そうだ
That's right. Are you going to blackmail us? Now that's some scary
わ
word.
かった
But I guess you can call it that. I don't know about you, but I have the others by their necks. And some of them are very embarrassing. Hyesung said there are secrets about other contestants that only he's aware of. Moreover, he plans to threaten to disclose these secrets. Hey. Actually, you know what we forgot to do? I didn't try to see if I could call someone. What happens if I... Wait, I'm right in front of him. What happens if I call him? Oh. Okay, let's call Gigi. Hello.
ユーマに会ってきたのか。今一緒にいるんだ。今何してんだよ。さっさと切れ。すぐ切れって言ってる。わかった。うまく話せよ。
Well, that was well, it's worth it because I need to collect the stuff. All right, let's see. Yeah, let's move on. I just see dollar signs. I don't fully understand them because I find the concepts so stupid. I understand them, and I know I also understand that it's fucking stupid, and everyone who defends them, I'm like, bruh. Just seeing him made me read his dialogue as, hello, I'm an asshole. Person's kid is in fact an asshole. Honestly though, you know, some people you just look at and you're like, oh, I do not like you. You have bad vibes. And then it turns out they had, in fact, bad vibes. The talk wasn't going anywhere. There was a long silence between the two. I like that, like in our subtitle version, it only says B stars, but the voice acting says buried stars all the time. But the way they say it with the accent, it always sounds like Betty stars to me. I'm like, the who now? Betty star.
出演者も変えずにか。そうはいかないかもな。でももしそうなったら俺は間違いなく脱落するぜ。つまり俺の人生は終わりなんだよ。Your life is over anyway.
Hyesung nodded to himself.
陰でこそこそ話してるの俺も知ってるんだぜ。
We're infringing on other VTuber's territory here. We are?
実力がない怠け者口だけ達者暴行の前科者たくさんのレッテルが貼られた。
It does sound like an energy drink.
最終的にはどうにか挽回できるって思ってたけどプロデューサーあんな風に死んじまった。
I keep forgetting to look up who the voice actors here are. I'm so... Tears welled up in his eyes.
売り物扱いされた。悔しい思いしたあんたならわかるだろう。このまま俺の人生を終わりにすることなんかできないってこと。
Sounds like diabetes in a cat. Oh.
他のみんなにもそう話すつもりか。どうしても辞退してほしい。
Hello, who's a berry addict? Oh, I see.
俺の言うこと聞くしかないぜ。
I did not know.
言ったら確実な切り札があるって。
Hyesung rubbed his chin with his hand.
全員に言ってみたら少なくとも一人は引っかかるだろうよ。
Who? Hyesung is planning to threaten other contestants to give up. He has shut out any dissuasion and made up his mind.
一体何をするつもりなのか想像がつかないな。人のこと心配してんのか。なんで俺たちとは違うんだぜあいつらは。イメージもあまり悪くなってないしベリスタじゃなくてもいろいろと頼みの綱があるやつらなんだぜ。
I appreciate that you feel a kinship between you and me because we're both branded as like assholes, but I know that I am not one. Which already makes me a better person than you. Hyesung moved a step closer to Doyeon.
俺たちのキャラが本当の姿と違うように。
Yeah.
あっちもそうなんだよ。
That's true.
結局作り上げられたイメージってわけ。
Funny. Funny. If push comes to shove, he won't hesitate to threaten other contestants to drop out. Even after the talk, he remained adamant. What else could he say? Doyeon could only stare at Hyesung silently.
もう言いたいことは全部言ったぜ。
Okay.
待て、このままじゃ話すことなんてないんだよ。さて、今度は次の人の番だ。こんなことしたって
お前が望んでいるものは手に入らないんだぞ。
もう失うものもないんだ。狂ったように暴れたらビビったやつが抜けるだろうよ。
I really don't think they will. If you go berserk, someone will probably kill you. Hisung made it clear that he had nothing to lose and that he's going all the way by any means necessary. Like, I'm sorry, he really isn't scary or threatening. And like, it's only us 5 down here. If he really was trying, like, if he threatens someone else and they're not as amicable as we are, he's just gonna die. Doyen felt weak all of a sudden. Doyen unclenched his fist and took a half step back.
何より安全が大事だからな。覚えておけ。もう少し落ち着いて考えが変わったらすぐ来いよ。俺は戻ってみんなに話してみるから。
If they meet Hisung without knowing his intention, there could be a major clash. Doyen decided to warn them about what's to come as a way of absorbing the shock.
りょうさん
He really isn't threatening or scary. Can't relate everyone he is. Really? I don't think any of them are scary. Hisung stopped Doyen as he was heading for the door. Doyen briefly stared at Hisung.
俺やめないからな。期待はするなよ。
You can't just incapacitate him. Don't Unga Booga smash a rock over his hat. Right? They could just tie him up and wait for the rescue mission.
いや、やっぱり正気じゃない。ユーマ、だいぶ切羽詰まってるみたいだ。
Ina scratched her head wildly.
それで思いついたのが、誰かを追い出して自分は残るってことなの？
If anyone found anything, I would have the capacity to use it. Ah, yeah. No, I get
開
that.
こうかなって思ってたのに。
You trust Ina the
一
least.
瞬でその
Aww.
気が失せた。万が一誰かが辞退するとしてもね、自分が大人気を得て残れる保証ってあるの？
You guys are so violent. He'd never make it out.
切り札とかなんとかくだらないことばかり言って。焦って無茶な真似してるだけよ。最下位には悪いことが起きるって脅されたから。
He's just scared.
T 教えのこと？そんなの気にする価値もない話よ。
Ina put her hands together as if embarrassed by her own loud voice.
今、ユーマはまともな状態じゃありません。
辞退するって言ったら出てくるのか？
本人が言うにはね。
It's not violence, just a permanent timeout. Mm-hmm.
脅迫は犯
It
罪な
will
の
be a
よ。
very slow death, though.
くだらないことばかり言って。ほんと。切り札って。
Like, they've been in there
何だった
for
のかしら。
not even a full 2 hours.
さあ、
そもそも誰かが得票数下げたわけでもないでしょ。可能性ないなら自分が辞めたらいいのよ。なんでバカみたいな真似するの？
Leaving someone to perish is an unfortunate decision to.
共感を得られるという保証もないのに。
逆風に当たってハゲちゃ
Okay,
え。りょう
Ina.
くん、何を根拠にあんなことを言ったんだと思う？
They
ひょっと
they
したら
do act like it's
あれ
been
かもしれ
months.
ませんね。
あれ？
Sale lowered his head and adjusted his glasses.
ユーマ、あいつチーフにつきまとってたんです。何の用もないのに話しかけたり、待ち伏せしてたり、
Maybe
い
they
つも彼女の
they
そ
had
ば
an
につい
affair.
ていました。
I wouldn't even be surprised.
何か知っている可能性もなくはないですよ。
Possibility of leaks. Hyesung was always obedient to Seungyeon. It's possible that the information of the contestants collected by Beastars has been leaked.
さっきは機密保持が必須って。ここのセキュリティって
She's
そ
the
んなに弱か
producer.
った
She
の？
can do whatever the fuck she wants.
上から漏れた場合は知らないです。でも、革新的なものではないと思いますよ。
そんな簡単に漏れる話なら今頃みんな知ってるはずだよ。
僕はユーマが言ってること、ほとんど信じてませんけどね。かなり自信ありげに言ったそうだから、そこまで考えてみたんです。
Ina surveyed everyone in the space.
で、結論は何？
Violence is never the answer. It's just question, and the answer is yes.
根拠もないデタラメじゃないかもしれないってこと？
Fuck around, find out, as they say.
僕たちだけで話しても無駄だろうな。
Yuke stepped forward while stroking his sleeve.
今度は僕が行ってくる。
Okay.
待って。 あいつが何を言い出すかわからないでしょ。むしろ一緒に行きましょう。
No, he specifically said one
みんなで
person.
押し寄せたらドアをロックして閉じこもるかもしれません。言われた通り一人ずつ話しましょう。
あいつ今正気じゃないんですよ。いいんですか？
大丈夫。本当にユーマの考えが亮が言った通りならね。
Yeah.
話してみる価値はあるよ。行ってくる。
Bye bye.
脚本のないドラマみたいですね。
話うまく進むといいんだけど。
僕正直無駄だと思います。
こいつ楽屋でも熱心ね。
I mean, he can look at himself in the mirror. What the hell? A troll has appeared running wild and another guy is passionately reacting to him. Is it only me reminded of the gangsters full of lies? As soon as Hisung starts to gain popularity, a troll showed up attacking only Hisung. Now he reminds me of collective criticism against him before. Oh, he... Sung-yeon, are you Kung Woo-sung?
T ヨシエが何者なのか。
哲也って誰？
ユーマのこと
Tetsuya.
最初に暴露したやつです。同
Tetsuya.
級生だって言ってた。
Hisung mistook me for Kunwook who he assaulted. He guessed wrong. He only has to blame his dull brain. It's Kunwook. Then stop it. You framed me and pretended to be a victim. Now you impersonate the producer. How long are you gonna get in the way of my life? Do you want to see it through? It's not. I'm not whom I used to be. I've gone this far on my own with no help of others, and I won't back off meekly this time.
やたらと追い詰めてるな。
Oh, okay. Okay, this one. Now I see it. He definitely looks angry and scary in this sprite. You know, with the phone reflected in his eyes, that is a scary look. Hisung seems to be in a hurry, but the survival edition will continue as promised. The contestant rank last will be executed at 2 a.m. Well, I don't care whether you are Skunwook? Did they make a typo on the name? I'll make a surprising announcement soon. Look forward to it.
発表？何の真似なの？
Motherfucker's off He is. They waited, but Hisung didn't post any additional comment.
キュウ君着いたのかな。それじゃしばらく静かになるわね。発表って何だったのかしら。
Hello, hello. Thank you so much for the sub. 13 months. Jesus. How's gaming? How's gaming? Good. They raised the base price back to 60. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I think I saw like the physical version on Amazon for cheaper though.
一度行ってみただけかもしれませんよ。
そう。
But don't buy
多
it.
分それ
You
よ。
wanted to save money.
そいつだけ知ってる人の秘密なんかあるわけないでしょ。
I will tell you guys to play a game because I genuinely like it, and in the same breath tell you guys to not buy it if you want to save money. Aren't I great? I love myself. Ina's voice quivered a bit. Ooh! Controller! Scream! Nope. The tremor died out quickly. Standing awkwardly, the group looked at one another.
もういい加減に止まれよ。
でもすぐ終わってよかったよ。
I'm going to do it, I'm going to buy it. No!
レイナさん、大丈夫？大丈夫よ。
Oh yeah.
大丈夫じゃなきゃ。苦しくなった時は絶対私に言ってね。そうするわ。
She probably start hyperventilating soon.
予告なしに来るから驚いた。
楽屋の方大丈夫ですよね。
ひょっとして何か聞こえたの？
何も聞こえませんでした。
Ina was silently staring at the door by the central corridor. Hyesung's demand for me to drop out, speculative posts on Sungyeon, and an upcoming announcement. They tried to suppress their anxious emotions. Things weren't looking so great in here either. Doyun looked beyond the stage. He's teaching us to be better with our cash and you. Hey! I can't argue with that. I wanted to say, you can say that I'm great with cash, but that would be a lie. I'm not going to argue with you. Not a good time to get lost in thought. I should listen to the others and try to calm down everyone. Alright. Autosave checkpoint. Chicken game. Communication started. Alright. First things first, we're going to call Inha. I know you're literally standing right in front of me, but...
ケイスケさん、大丈夫かな？
そんなに気になるならユーマを引きずり出してきたらよかったじゃない。
そりゃあまりにも。
言ってみただけよ。できるわけないし。
お前も。
You return, we'll come back. But yeah, the price difference between, you know, buying it digitally and buying a physical edition on Amazon right now is a lot. The bird noises.
あんたの知ったことじゃないでしょ。
Cheap cheap, motherfucker.
いきなり壁が作られたような。
誰にだって守らないといけないことがあるのよ。あんたは自分の心配でもしてなさいよ。
Sad
雨に
puppy.
濡れた犬みたいに落ち込んでないで。
雨に濡れた犬って。
言った時、本当にブラフしか言わなかったの？変なこと言ってなかった？
全く関係のない話ではなかった。
Cheap cheap is how I like my games priced.
もういいよそこまで。もう悩みたくない。
Ding! Rapid got slightly better. Nice. Alright, what do we have here? There's only a few more, right? Hold on. Wait, is all of this new? It's still the internal conflict one, but it's all new. Interesting, alright. Run his little bus in the paint to hit with the Hyesung has admitted that he's telling lies as expected. With the person dead, a psychopath has appeared acting out like that, knock it off. With no talent, he tried to get popular by lying on the show. I'm not kidding, we must focus on securing safety for the survivors. I don't trust Beastar staff who can't even handle one troll account. That, you know, that person is right. Also, Faither is waste of life. He was obsessed with a little popularity, ignoring people and being arrogant. Hardcore fans of Hyesung will be upset, but it is not completely wrong. He's sniping that guy, the rising star of Beastars whose name is forbidden to speak. Stroll really takes our preying seriously. Now you have no arrows left in your quiver. We shall reveal your true colors and pay for what you've done. I'm watching the news, but I can't find anything about producer Sungyeon's body being discovered, and the rescue team is still clearing debris. Did Hyesung really find a corpse and report it? Did Sungyeon appear around the same time of death? Who is it? I thought they were one of the attention seekers, but the timing is so precise, now I'm not sure anymore. But why snipe Hyesung? Is it some sort of grudge? It's a great display name, isn't it? I'm careful about bringing this up, but what's going to happen to the show now that there's been a casualty? I guess it's the end. I just can't stand the thought of that all of Gyuhook's efforts were for nothing. He worked really hard. Aww. That's a cute picture. The Trolls account is new, but what's with the number of shares? I can definitely smell something fishy. You're changing your name to Twitch, big dumb. Is it true that talkative Hyesung went silent after Sungyeon appeared feeling guilty for something? Hyesung is running after a poster about Sungyeon. Something's definitely suspicious. That's an auto post. Sorts of rumors going around, lol. What the hell? A troll has appeared running wild. None of the guys passionately reacting to him. Is it? We saw that one. I'm wondering how much he will be ruined. He has good looks, but what he says always disappoints you. Up! Don't do that! No! Now I have to scroll back up. Please delete Twitter stuff. I mean, you can set your display name as pretty much anything. He's short though. If he can't sing well, he should practice dancing more. He has good looks. What he says always disappoints you. He's short though. Oh, what you're saying is he has good looks, but because he's short, it doesn't matter. Okay, I was. Bleh. As soon as Hyesung starts to gain popularity, a troll just showed up attacking only Hyesung. Identity conclusion. Hyesung jumped to the conclusion that his former classmate, who at first disclosed Hyesung's violent past, must be a Seongyun. It's Kungwon, let's stop it. Kunwook. Kunwook is the guy who claimed that he was assaulted by Hyesung in high school. Do you know how the case was closed? He's the assault victim, but his account was already deleted. Ah, Kunwook, I'm shocked to see you on TV. I really didn't expect this. I said you should never show up again to me. Seeing how things are going now, I can't help but to write a post. Time flies, right? Screw you, you're now on TV as a musician. I guess you want to use popularity to restart your life, but I won't let you do that. Don't you remember the day when you threw a chair during the fight with... you forgot what happened? Can't remember the meeting held by the school violence committee? You want to get dragged again? Want a real battle between you and me? Just remember the results will be always the same no matter how hard you try. You know that already. Okay. I really don't see how you would go on Twitter and post stuff like this without any hashtags to try and, I don't know, call out someone for the past, but... Toxicity Twitter as well. You just gotta find like your small group of people you trust and look away from the mainstream stuff. How long? I'm not whom I used to be. I've gotten this on my own. What's with Hyesung's confidence? Does he really know something? I had no interest in Seongyun at all, but looking at Hyesung's reaction, I'm beginning to think there really might be something. I don't care whether you assume or not. The announcement. Hyesung posted a comment that he would make a surprising announcement on Twitter without mentioning any details. Oh. He doesn't seem to realize what you've done to our band. If he knows that you incited a fight between people, he will expose it first, or may inform those facts. Are you still angry at me that you couldn't make your debut? He decided to respond calmly. Are you still that you could make your debut? Am I wrong? If you hadn't incited the other members, we could have made our debut. And I wouldn't have been humiliated by participating in Beastars. I guess it won't be easy to talk about it properly considering the past incident. There was an immediate response. Are you inciting a fight between them like you did before? Inciting a fight was your specialty. I was trying to improve our band to get out of the indie music like you did. Indie music can be good though. It was you who tried to break up the band. If you agreed, it could have gone well with no trouble. Other members would have also agreed. The band was formed around you. You knew that we had to do something. Nothing's changed, really. The cancellation of the record deal led to a conflict among the band members. Members who were asked to leave the band by the agency fell out with the rest of the members. Oh, another response. You can't admit that you broke up the band. And you decided to remain a Beastars for your own success. It was you who insisted that we should make our debut without certain members. It was you who insisted. You knew that we had to kick out unqualified members. But you didn't want to play the bad guys, so you objected to my idea and insisted that we should go together. Now what does it feel like to wait to be eliminated because of them, huh? Doyen thought about it again, but he still couldn't think otherwise. Doyen strongly objected to the deal because he couldn't leave anyone behind. Doyen sided with the members who would have been kicked out. The record deal got cancelled because Doyen opposed it, even though he wasn't among the members that would have been kicked out. It led to a deep divide between the members that would have been abandoned by the agency and those that would have stayed. Woo-seok, the vocalist who had tried to facilitate the band's deal with the agency, still resented Doyen for spoiling that chance. Oh, I see. The collapse of the record deal created fissures within the band. Doyen sided with the members who would have been forced out, and the new vocalist heaped blame on Doyen. It was time to wrap up the conversation. Sure. So this guy is just still mad because the record deal fell through? But if he's so talented, he can find a record deal with another band. Like, what's that got to do with me, bitch? An important announcement in the murder thread. Will Seongyun delete the post and vanish, or will Hyesung confess to sin in tears? Both of them? told they would make a crucial announcement. Who will be the first? I'm waiting with my popcorn and soda. The broadcasting station will contact rescue people individually, but don't answer them. You'd better make a website or blogs for coordinated actions. I hope everyone gets enough compensation. I'm sharing this for everyone, but what about compensating the final contestants? If the rumor about the shoddy construction is true, won't they try to keep the staff quiet? That means I have to see Doyon showing up on TV for some more time. Wait, why does that sound bad? You literally have Doyon as your profile picture and you're like, oh, I have to see him on TV? Isn't that a good thing then? Aren't you a fan? People in a profession based on vanity being petty. Big shocker. Psst. Well, compensation now. I smell something fishy. We must make an official request to the broadcasting station for them to find out the cause of the accident, provide compensation to all contestants. Everyone please share this comment. Many fatal users demand a beast to compensate for any damage dealt to the contestants due to this action. They can't evict all of the top 5 members who suffered from the accident. They have to bring them back on the show, but compensating them now when Hyesung and Seungyeon are on a trolling spree. Except Hyesung, other members seem to remain silent to avoid damage to their reputation, but that can't protect them from punishment. They could make more efforts. Those factual attacks by Seungyeon, lol, every member except Hyesung is laying low. Doyon is so ungrateful. He forgot how Seungyeon's shin saved him from being eliminated. I didn't expect much from him, but lol. Why do you hate... Like... How obsessed are you with Doyon, Mr. Jungle Penguin? How obsessed are you with me? Rumor has it that WBS is trying to cover this accident as there are so many illegal activities involved. The show must go on. We did our best to put Gihok on the first place. They should either hold back Hyesung or criticize the troll impersonating Seungyeon. Doing nothing in the situation doesn't help anyone. Rather, it looks like they're hiding or trying to cover up something. I know people were eager to blame him, but not responding to a troll is not wrong at all. But they can't blame Hyesung for feeding a troll. I feel so good that as Seungyeon shut up the contestants who care only for the popularity. Way to go. I don't know whether Hyesung is really hiding something or not, but whatever is revealed, I never hope to see his ways again on TV. Isn't it so obvious? He's not responding to the provocation of the impersonator even when the guy threatened to eliminate him from the show. Lol, just wait for the perfect timing while watching the fight between Hyesung and Seungyeon. Lol. And there's Ina's time posed. Okay. Schedule posed. Alright. Hi, I have a few things. What about this one? Possibility of leak. To be honest, Hyesung is a real beneficiary of B-stars. But he's been through many difficult times. Not because of the show. The show tried to back him up, but he brought them upon himself. Think about how things were before school violence was revealed. His rudeness had been glorified as a charm, and his crudeness was edited out. Doyon couldn't help himself but to nod his head. Right? Only positive images of him were aired. Even how the show dealt with his past. They didn't know he had a criminal record back then. When it comes to the past, the show was favorable towards Ina too. Ina, they didn't even talk about her past. You might think they're similar, but not talking about it is different from making it look positive. What's another name for ill-intentioned editing? Devilish editing, right? Or was the other way around for Hyesung? So I guess you can call that angelic editing. Angels editing. During the episodes about the contestants' past, Hyesung's past was depicted almost positively. One could say it was embellished. Hey, was it though? The executives must be busy figuring out the amount of damages they will be held liable. They're certainly responsible for this accident. They try their best to come with a solution, but that won't be easy. I don't think they were able to agree on a single opinion or policy. I told you they were caught off guard. They're just busy trying to dodge bullets. Even the official accounts got mixed up. Even the official account used to be run under Seungyeon's instruction. The command center is gone and everyone is lashing out at them right now. If they even have one slip of the tongue, it will only aggravate the situation. Do you think the staff member managing the account will be okay? Wow, you're worried about a lot of people. Sale put his hand under his chin and paused for a moment. I think he's okay for now because everyone's so busy. Are you saying he'll be in trouble later? Yes, certainly. The person with the least power would have to take the most responsibility. Oh. Well, that's not nice. He's just a social media manager. It's so difficult to portray him in a positive way.
違う
He's not that bad. You see once you get to talk to him.
違います
I don't think I will. Sale seemed adamant.
相葉さん
Adamant. This is why he's being rude to you.
お分かりです
The
か
edits were so against you, you knew it, right? You were portrayed as a hungry hyena waiting for any chance. I saw the captured images of the show and people's response. If they'd put in half the effort they made for him, no one would have made a fuss about it.
そうだな
You don't know that.
いえ
I told him countless times that all contestants must be treated
分
equally.
かった
I heard.
本当ですか
Wow, I thought you were going to ask me if I was lying. Sale filled with the tip of his messenger bag.
ユーマ
He thinks playing the victim right now, but he's only a beneficiary after all. All he does is whine when in fact he's being enjoying all the privileges. Thank you for the high return. mm. Drop out of nowhere. Yeah.
多分
I think he's doing that because his ranking won't go up as he has expected.
問題はそれ
He
よ
just didn't know how much headwind he'd have to endure. Ju-young shook her head with a grim expression on her face.
多分
I guess he has his own plans.
それは
Some people have turned hostile towards him even on favor.
そうだとして
But he shouldn't force other people to drop out. The votes were made by viewers. Asking us to drop out can be seen as ignoring the viewers too. June frowned as if she was having a headache. Well, who am I kidding?
あの
You had your reasons. That's what you think? The agency announced the reason why I left the group on my behalf. They said I got tired of working in this business. How does that sound?
まさか
That can't be the only reason. You seem pretty certain.
それは
Nothing simple.
そうだけど
At the end of the day, that's the only reason. I barely got away by agreeing to keep my mouth shut. After Ju-young left, her agency made an announcement on behalf of her that she had lately felt strongly pessimistic. She released no comment herself. All of us endured many hardships since joining Beastars. It's selfish of him if he's blindly trying to get rid of us. He's probably doing that because he's agitated right now. If he sees us individually as he did with me earlier, he'd come back to his senses.
私もよ
I believe he will. I know how people act under stress and pressure. I just hope he comes back before things get more dangerous. Ju-young stopped. Dropping out is a betrayal to everyone that has supported them. It's difficult to understand how he could threaten those he's gone through tough times with. Oh! Event!
あなたもキャラだと思うパニック障害
T よしえの書き込みまだ気にしてるんですかコーヒーとパニック障害が相性悪いのかどうか俺には分かりません
Ju-young dropped her eyes for a moment.
そう2つは相性悪いの治療する時もカフェインはやめるべき
Oh, really?
言われるから今の聞いてどう思った
I think you're doing quite well.
だったらなんで飲むんです医者からも止められてるのに
良くなったからベリスタに参加する前にはほとんど治っていたのよ
Ah. Ju-young looked Ju-young straight in the eyes.
そうだとしてもバリスタまで
母の店だったの
家の仕事だったんですね
小さいカフェバイトを雇う余裕はなかったから手伝うと言ったら本当に喜んでたわ調子が悪い時は家の中に引きこもって何にもできなかったから
嬉しかったんでしょうね店を手伝うってことは良くなっている証拠ですから
私の方こそ家族のおかげで立ち直ることがで
It
きたわ
has to be a really small cafe though if she can't hire
世の
anyone
中
to work
全て
there
に
part
責めら
time.
れた時も家族は私の味方だったから
I'm glad glad she had a family that supported her though.
ずっと待ってくれた。
That's
い
pretty
つから
rare.
か少しずつだけどまたコーヒーを飲み始めたの。もう大丈夫だっていう実感が湧いてきたわ。だからここベリスタに来ることができたの。
June braced herself with one arm as if leaning against it.
パニック障害一度なったからといって永遠に奈落に落ちるわけじゃないの。忘れた頃にまた出てきたりもするのよ。私なりにうまく付き合えるようになったと思っていたわ。ベリスタではどうしようもなかったけど
I mean, yeah.
発作が起きるまで追い詰められるとは思ってもみな
You
かっ
don't plan for a panic attack. That's not
わ
really
ざと
how
やっ
that
たことで
works.
したよ。あんまりです。
A faint smile was seen on her pale face.
た。でもね、あの瞬間からランキングが上昇したの。おかしい世の中よね。苦境を乗り越える話は好きでも誰かが無事に克服できたら妬む。苦境を乗り越える物語はフィクションでしか歓迎されないのかもしれな
Why
い。
is your little finger drawn like that? I'm sorry. If you look at her little finger, because of the way the shading is done, it looks a little broken, not gonna lie.
家族の仕事を手伝いながら
Like the shape of it?
そん
Hmm.
な平凡な話なのにね。
レイナさん、
コンセプトだと疑うだけの余地は10こうやって要約されてしまうの。
Family care. Julian worked as a barista at her mom's cafe. With her family's sincere care and appropriate medical treatment, she could regain her strength. Julian worked as a barista in her mother's cafe. She got treatment while staying with her family, and her symptoms got bad enough to enjoy some coffee. Nice.
多分
He must be thinking. Oh. He must be thinking this is the end.
合ってます。
He certainly seemed desperate. It's a serious situation for everyone. He seems feeble-minded. Jung stared at Doyen for a second. You know a lot about Hyesung.
やっぱり
Not really. It's just that he tends to talk to me more often.
そうかな。
Weird, huh? Do you look like a good listener?
あの
I don't think so.
そうね。
Not at all. That was fast. I'm just jealous. He was desperate, but you've embraced him as what he was.
わかるでしょ。
I do the same with you.
違うわ。
I wasn't saying I need your attention.
ん
Still, you shouldn't feel discouraged.
違います。
No, I barely held it. Jung smiled weakly. I hope he comes back to his senses for your sake. He does have those headphones, yeah. He's not really the type of guy I think. That's what you picked. No, I would actually. Wouldn't you keep away from someone who's wearing headphones all the
で
time?
も
Do you think Sungyeon was capable of doing that?
いいえ。
In my opinion, no.
私もよ。
Same here. The two put their heads together and nodded.
それは
She might have given away something if Hyesung insisted on getting some info, but I don't think it was anything significant.
やっぱり
Considering the characters, that sounds about right.
そうよね。
And he must be protesting with that information on his hand. He should realize it's a waste of time. He'll eventually come to a realization. I'm just hoping it won't be too late for him.
うん。
Yeah, it's too dangerous in there. Jung stared at the other side of the door. A long sigh came out of her mouth. He's so reckless. I wonder what he's up to. Quickly hides headphones. Whether he made a mistake or not, we shouldn't argue in here.
はい。
Yeah, it's dangerous. Right, we'll talk about it after we get out of here first. We're not to judge anyone now. Compensation.
まあ
That's like the only good news we've gotten so far.
結局
After all, WBS had to take the responsibility regardless of what fate their users were saying. Well, WBS has to be conscious of its viewers. Do you think we'll be receive an insurance settlement? Bah. June covered her mouth with her long hair. Her eyes were on her feet as if she was lost in other thoughts.
もしも
If we'll be compensated, honestly, I want to stay in the finals. We came this far while sacrificing so many things. We won't be able to have some of those ever again. You get one, you lose one. I just want this to continue somehow. Though it can never be the same like before. June stared into space as if she was looking at something precious.
え
Do you mean the beginning of B-Stars or even before B-Stars? I don't know why though.
あの時
I'm talking about the time when me and my team members were enduring hardships to gain more popularity and achieve our dream. We were achieving our goals one at a time. I want to become a trainee at least. I want to receive a song from a composer. I want to write lyrics. I want to have a proper practice room and I want to go up on that stage. You achieved all of those goals then. It was a dream come true and I couldn't believe it. We never made it to the top, but we thought we could make it one day. With all of your members.
そうよ
We went through all those times together from the beginning. Jung became a trainee to make her dream come true. She wanted to enjoy popularity together with the team members who had stuck with her through difficult times. I guess you've been through those times too. Doing quietly nodded. I came too far to turn back now. Right, there's no going back. But if I could at least continue from this point on. Wishful thoughts. If the rumors about compensation from fate become a reality, Jung hopes for another opportunity to perform on stage rather than receiving money. Oh, I would take the money though, I think. I think I would take the money.
それで
What do you think he's going to talk about?
まさか
Well, I'm more worried about him being agitated.
それが
Do you think it's because of Father? If he only looks at his own timeline, he might think more people are supporting him. Really? Nobody supports me on my timeline. Hello? She uncovered her mouth as if she had made a mistake.
でも
Still, more people were cheering me on until the finals began.
そうなんだ
I wasn't thinking. There were times when I felt like talking about anything. I wanted to tell my story regardless of how people might respond.
そうよね
I can understand that. Hisung sometimes overdid himself, hoping to garner a positive response. What he's doing right now is similar, although it's more serious this
で
time.
も
I don't think Hyesung has much to say. He might ask us to drop out openly or reveal the info he claims to have. I hope not.
私もよ
Me too. If he gets obsessed with how people are responding, he'll just be digging himself a deeper hole. Speculation. Ju-young guessed what Hyesung would announce. He could openly demand the other contestants give up, or he might disclose some secrets to apply pressure.
それは
It bothered me, but it was clearly not the case once we made it to the finals.
そうです
All the favoritism towards him had disappeared.
そうね
I thought Hyesung would be infuriated, but he remained quiet. Is it because he had a criminal record? He was obeying Sungyeon probably.
やっぱり
He was fond of Sungyeon. He probably remained quiet because she could have made that decision.
そうなんだ
I guess you can see it that way. He really was fond of Sungyeon. Jung frowned and rolled her eyes. There was a short silence between the two.
そういえば
Even earlier, he stopped using Father for some time, but started to go at it again. He had been quiet ever since until as Sungyeon began to impersonate
だ
Sungyeon.
から
Now he's exploding with anger.
やっぱり
That's what infuriates him the most. As Sungyeon insulting Sungyeon. Ju-young nodded at her own remark. She paused for some time but shook her head. Maybe I went too far with that thought. I feel like throwing up.
大丈夫ですか
Ju-young, don't overindulge yourself. It was momentary, I'm fine. What did you think about it? You feel like you're going to throw up. At this point, Hyesung's getting worse. Insanity! Refraining from using faith after posting a comment about his survival. Hisung has nearly gone crazy after S. Sung-yeon appeared pretending to be the producer. Wow! That was our first... first thing we actually do need. Holy hell.
結局
It's a situation that we are in that makes me want to believe what I want to believe. Like how there might be some compensation or how the show might continue.
違います。
It's not your fault, we all need something to rely on. Jung smiled weakly. Doyeon tried to smile back but didn't know what to make of his face. It feels like I'm relying on luck. It's already a miracle that we're standing alive at the collapse site.
それは
We might as well pray for another miracle. What? What miracle? Hyesung dying? That was a good one.
あの
I'm flattered. Doyeon answered a bit too politely, perplexed by a compliment. Jung smirked and squinted. I just wish they would side with me like you're doing. Who are you talking about?
違うわ
No one in particular. I was just thinking about a certain point in my life. Oh. Alright.
いずれにしても
I don't think he'll expose anything significant. He didn't tell me anything when I asked him earlier.
それは
He was either trying to hold on to it or he knew it wasn't anything significant. You think it's the leather, right? The leather? You think it's the leather? He's actually not the type to take what really
そう
matters.
です。
That makes sense now that I think about it.
なぜかし
I
ら
wonder why he's acting all mean when he doesn't have to. Jung stared at the other side of the door with a worried look on her face. Doyeon couldn't tell if she was worried about the announcement or Hyesung.
まさか
At this point, the response won't be positive. I hope he will reconsider his plan before carrying it out.
私は
To be honest, I'm not sure if I could surprise her while talking to him. We would need to persuade him before you get there. Yuhik went to see him, so let's not think too deeply about it for now. After pondering for a moment, Jung raised her head. Okay. I'm hoping Yuhik will talk him out of it. Well, way to put it on one guy. Hi.
まったく
Well, it's nothing new, right? I don't remember how I did your voice. That's true, generally speaking.
マジ
I'm used to it. Ina, you've experienced it before, right? Ina frowned and closed her eyes. After frantically scratching her short hair, Ina opened her eyes and began to let it all out.
これ
The
はどうか
scene
な
insignificant is a hard one. Oh, really? Wait, what did I say? Significant? He backstabbed me during the team mission. How was I supposed to keep my cool when I got personally insulted by someone on the same team?
その時は
Even looking back now, it was all his fault.
当然でしょ
Of course it was. Okay, sound on the C sound. You said significant. Oh, okay.
Whoopsie
Do you know how cheap he is?
そうでしょ
He didn't care how he treated me because he thought it would work because of my character. He knew that the editing team was on his side. What a genius, huh?
そうだな
And that's what really happened.
でしょ
That was a decisive blow. I was so pissed off. Thanks to the editing team, I became the bully. I was reborn as the biggest snob in the world.
りょうちゃん
Am I that bad?
いや
No, your character has been exaggerated.
凝ったわよ
I know I have the quality to fit the character. I even agreed to play the character, but making me the bully? That was plain wrong. Show tends to embellish contestants. She is actually confident, but far from arrogant. I wonder what he's up to. I have no clue. I'm sick of hearing going on about how he's going all the way. Excessive control. Hyesung often said that he would stop at nothing. He always tried to check and exclude his teammates. Hmm.
とりあえず
It's like an option that follows him around. Well, I guess it could be a strategy for making himself look good, but that's not the issue here. It won't make him an assistant producer, you know?
まったく
I hate when he puts us into his categories and lashes out at us.
そうだったな
It was worse towards contestants with lower ranking.
そうでしょ
I thought his dad was the CEO of WBS or something. I wonder what he's been doing now when he has nothing to show for himself. Ina crossed her arms and shook her head. Her short hair looked more disheveled disheveled than usual.
とにかく
He always acted cute in front of the judges, although I don't think they bought it.
それは
He was lazy about practice.
でしょ
Exactly. Instead of acting cute in front of the judges, he should have practiced more.
違う
It's not like we get points for flattery.
私が思うに
He's a cooked style? Ina snorted as Doyun looked at her questioningly.
つまり
He's a kiss up, kick down guy, you know?
そうだけ
That's the
ど
way of his life. That's why nobody likes him in the show. Kiss up, kick down. Okay. He hasn't flattered Songyun and the judges, but he looked down on the other staff members and other contestants who were ranked below him. That's true. How about this one?
いや
Compensation, huh? I like the sound of it. Right? Compensation. Ina emphasized the compensation parts. She said it Doyun after repeating the word a few more times. The official count is making mistakes, WBS is up to God knows what, and Songyun is... Can we just get a little hope?
あの
I didn't say anything.
何
You guys told me that I was pathetic. Huh?
え
Were you able to read them?
本当に
Did I get it right?
違う
Of course not.
ね
Maybe I got it wrong. Ina twisted her short hair with one of her fingers. They appeared to be exchanging jokes, but nobody laughed.
えそうね
I guess people who saw the mention about the compensation must have different expectations, although it's not even official.
でも
Like you said, even a little hope would be nice.
全然
I changed my mind. As the saying goes, with high expectation comes great disappointment. Make up your mind.
それは
Well, considering the current situation, that should be understandable. Oh,
関心を選んで得ることはできないよ
よく聞く話だな
毎回慣れないからね
T よしえが過去の
she's
話を
really
したからな
wishy-washy.
今更ではあるけ
I'm
どね
just wondering
過去をなんで
if
明
that
か
is
さない
actually
のか
what's
み
written
たい
there,
な
or
話
whether this comes from, you know, errors in the translation and they're actually just translating it wrong. Ina waved her hand in the air.
参加の申し込みするときもだいたい想像はしてたもしも大ブレイクしたらどうしよう私まだ準備できてないんだけどみたいな本当に本戦に上がるなんて全然思ってなかったけどね経験はいつも想像を超えるものだし
想像通りだとしても直接感じるのとは違うと思うよ
あんたはステージに立ったことあるんでしょバンドの時経験あった方がないよりはマシじゃない
I mean, I guess you just get
マ
used
スカ
to
レー
it.
ドそんなにファンが多くなかったんだ
個人のファンかなりいるんでしょ
俺だけがステージの経験があるってわけでもないだろお前たちクルーの公演も大阪じゃ行けてただろ
Awesome.
いけてたって
Ina put on a bitter smile.
なんというか曖昧なんだよねプライベートなことまで全部流してるみたいじゃん基本的には編集したシーンを流すんだけど
意図的に組み合わせたらまるで別人のように出ることもあるしあとは
Yeah, good
本
editing
人の
can
能力次第
really
だな
change how you perceive
すぐ
something.
本来の姿がバレたり好奇心がそそられたりするからな
私ちょっと甘く考えてたかも誰かが私のことこんなに気にしてるなんて思わなかった
Ina shook her head.
見えてるもの以上を知りたがるから
ステージの上の姿だけじゃダメなのかな正直私も昔はそんなことできなかったけど
知っていながら参加したんじゃないかって聞かれたら返す言葉もないけど
あえて言うとこれほどだとは思わ
I
なか
mean,
った
she actually got a stalker, so. Ina put her hands together on her chest.
誰にでも秘密はあ
I'm
るでしょ
surprised. The stalker has not been mentioned in quite a long time. Like, it came up.
あまり人に見せたくないようなこと
It came up, I think, in the first stream,
一
actually.
つぐらい心の底に隠しといたって
And never again
いいん
after.
じゃないかな
Ina pulled on her earlobe after a brief silence.
オーディションで何贅沢なこと言ってんだって言われそうだよね。
俺たちだけで考えていることを言っただけだからな。
そうね。ま、こんぐらいにしとくわ。
Unwanted attention. Ina knew that no one in the show could avoid unwanted attention. Nevertheless, she expressed that the contestants also needed a break from the public eye. I mean, that's valid. The public interest in her private life stresses out. She doesn't understand why her stage performances aren't enough for some people. It's like, you need to get a break from being in the spotlight all of the time. This one.
待って。
I think Hyesung's just making a wild guess.
どうだ？
What do you think?
ありえるね。
I don't like Hyesung, but I think he's got a point. You know, the thing they said about the person in last place dying? Who's in last place right now? Hyesung, right? Ina looked like she was asking for consent. She took a step back when the silence continued.
なんなのマジで。
What is this? What is this? Evaluation? I thought you were asking for my opinion. What are you, a judge now?
いいや。
No, that's not.
そうか。
If they're the one who exposed Hyesung before, wouldn't they try to attack him only?
その時は
To be honest, as Sungyeon talked about all of us.
ね
Even then, they exposed him with an anonymous account and disappeared. It's not unusual, but it's similar to now.
そうだな。
Well, I'm not so sure.
でも、
Aside from that, I think he was too hasty. You say no whether that's true or not. It'll only provide reasons for the spectators. He's always hasty. Suspicion of identity. Ina somewhat agrees with Hyesung's speculation about S. Sungyeon. They disclosed the assault case and disappeared hiding behind an anonymous Father account. We used to think the notes in English, kiss up, kick down the same number of syllables as KUKD. So you don't save any time with that acronym in the translated version. Kiss up, kick down, KUKD. Well, I've never seen it abbreviated either. Like, it just reads awkwardly, like cooked. Do you think they might continue with the show? I don't know, but I know how he feels now.
わかった。
You're not the only one. I know what it feels like too. Ina looked down at her feet quietly. Doyeon spoke first after staring at Ina for a moment.
あの
What are you thinking about?
あれ
Huh? Me?
それは。
I just thought we've come a long way.
わかった。
Yeah, but we knew it was going to be a long way.
うん。
But it was different from what I imagined.
そうだ。
I agree. I'm not sure if there's going to be a next episode. They're talking about compensation or whatever, but this public opinion might not even last. It does make sense as a translation, pretty silly for it to exist as an acronym. Yeah. We have no clue as to what's going on out there since we're stuck in this hellhole. Where do you think we're going? Hell! Where are we going? To hell! Hmm.
違う
What can he possibly have, huh? I could tell he was bluffing when he made a fuss about making that announcement.
結局
That would damage him too eventually.
あれ
Something comes to mind? I knew you'd know something. Ina turned her head and asked while glancing at Doyeon. It looked like she wanted Doyeon to confirm that there wouldn't be anything serious.
そうだな。
Nothing I can think of. Of course.
でも
But he must have something to be acting that way, right?
ね
Hey, make up your mind. Out of all people, you should not be asking me to make up my mind. You change your mind all the time as well. Did he look like he had something up his sleeve, or is he just bluffing? I think he was just bluffing.
それは
To be honest, he didn't seem to have anything on him. Maybe he's just bluffing about the whole thing.
そうなの
Right? Why didn't you say so from the beginning? You got me all confused. You should take a firm stand like that from now on.
そうか。
Was it that capricious?
そうだけど。
What does that even mean? Yeah, you were like a reed trembling in the wind. I see. Ina didn't look nervous anymore. She groaned and stared at Doyeon again.
つまり、
He's just trying to gain attention. He's just pretending to know about something when in fact he doesn't. He has to do something to live up to the high expectations. He's probably digging his own grave. I just hope he won't drag us down with him. If that happens, I won't be able to stop myself from kicking him. Well, listen, if he already has a grave, I don't think you need to kick him anymore. Ina believes that Hyesung thought as he posted comments on Fader while he was just doing anything to show up himself to get people's attention. What about this one? It was ridiculous. Given to sudden and unaccountable changes of mood or behavior. Prone to spontaneous changes in mood or behavior unpredictable. Thank you! I don't even need a dictionary. I thought Hyesung would receive some damage. I know, stabbing a teammate in the back during the team mission. I think everyone was clueless there. Ina dropped her head and scratched the back of her head. Doyoung couldn't read her facial expression since her hair was hiding her face. Fake. How could he say that to someone's face? Did you ask him why he said it? Of course, I was going to kick him in the ass if he said some bullshit. What was his answer? He said he called me fake because I was fake. Did you kick him in the ass? That's not the one we're supposed to ask, but it's funny. What a poor explanation. You must be shocked. English has way too many words. I guess it must have been absurd. That wasn't an explanation. Explanation my ass. He's just picking a fight again. That's what I would ask if I was in such a situation IRL. Me too. I would have... Listen, I would have said the left one. Like, did you kick his ass? I had to stop myself from giving him a smack on the head. Come on, I could knock him down if I really wanted. Ina raised her forearm. The sweat on her arm muscle glittered. But it didn't because I didn't want to kill anybody. I realized I made the right choice when I watched the show on TV. They made it look like I was the one who started it. But in fact it was the other way around. Ina bit her lower lip but soon regained her composure and let out a sigh. I guess that's because it's the role I must play. The snobby character fabricated by the show. What's wrong with you all of a sudden? You shouldn't let it get to you? Astrology guys will say, hit you with the car and say, whoops, lost because I'm a Capricorn. Of course, Capricorn. That's a joke. Oh man. Why, do I look like a puppet to you? Ina drew her eyebrows together. You sound like you're in despair. I don't think so. Aside from rare occasions, I like the characters. Even if they play with the editing and make it look like you started it? Hey, you're still top 5 even after you were portrayed as the betrayer who backstabbed the other band members. I think I'll be fine. Doyoung could only scratch the back of his head at Ina's remark. I don't mind being someone else. I can change myself if I get picky. You don't mind becoming someone other than yourself? Ina closed her mouth and fell silent for a moment. I don't. I'll play what is expected of me if that's what it takes. Her image in real life differs a lot from that on TV. She's just playing a character designed by the show. She seems fairly content with her different depiction. Do you get it? I want to become a completely different person. Oh. Team mission. During the team mission, Hyesung irritated his teammate Ina by calling her fake. That scene was edited through to portray Hyesung as a victim when in fact he was the one who verbally offended her. Oh no, he called you fake. Ooh. It's the worst thing that could have ever happened to you. Question mark. He acted like one of them spoiled brats. He was so swell-headed that I almost bowed every time I saw him. I think he had his own standard. Who knows? And I don't want to know. So I guess Mr. Doyoung was able to pass his criteria, huh? He's not as cocky when he's with you as when he's with us, right? I think it's a bit different. Ina nudged Doyoung on the side while he was thinking about something.
What?
りょうちゃん
I'm so jealous of you.
あれよ
A man recognized by the young master. Stop it.
あれ
Whoa, don't look so discouraged. I sincerely apologize. Are you okay now?
あ
Down, up. Okay, I forgive you.
いや
That was quick. Anyhow, he was just too much. He was.
難しいな
Now that I think about it, I'm confused again.
そうか
Do you think Seungyeon is a different person now?
うん
To be honest, I wasn't even that sure earlier. Ina grumbled and folded her hands behind her back. It feels like I'm manipulated by what Hyesung said and feels terrible.
それは
I wouldn't call it manipulation.
まったく
What do you know about the delicate emotion of a lady? I know that I wouldn't qualify you as a delicate lady.
いいや
I don't know about your delicate emotion, but I know you're not a lady. Oh my god, that's not what I said. Look at you clinging onto minor things. Well, good for you with your broad view.
いや
Gosh, you're such a weirdo. Wait, why am I the weirdo? When is this going to stop?
それは
Until I feel better. Ina was chattering away, but there was a somber look on her face. Doyeon also felt awkward and took a step back. I feel like crap thanks to what Seungyeon said.
でも
Still, I don't feel like going toe-to-toe with them like Hyesung did.
そうかも
He might not look like an accident survivor.
そうね
Yeah, I should be all quiet and miserable. So that people would pity me and turn a blind eye to their misgivings towards me. Like what I've been doing so far. I have no one to fight for me. Oh, okay. I have almost no actual information to finish this talk, and we've talked a lot. It wasn't easy to hold Ina back.
合ってます
It was ridiculous seeing how he was attacking the same team.
そうかしら
Did he see us as an obstacle? Strangely, it didn't become a major issue though. He was on a roll. Everything worked out for him, including the editing. Ina shrugged her shoulders when she caught Ju-young's eyes from the other side. She was sticking out her chin as if she was saying, "What's wrong with him?" He said the same thing back then, that he'd go all the way.
多分
I thought he was being figurative, when in fact he was being as literal as he could be.
そうね
Ina felt really hurt. I'm sure she was caught off guard since they were on a team
あ
mission.
の時
Considering the context at the time, just appealing to his strengths would have been enough. It's just that there were invisible issues before that time. Oh, really?
もちろんよ
It's true he discriminated people by putting them into categories.
やっぱり
Yeah, anybody could tell.
あの時
It was in the order of the production executives, producers, and judges. I told him to go easy, but he wouldn't listen to me.
私もよ
Ah, thank you for the braid reading. I also had a talk with him about that. Ju-young tilted her head as if she was trying to recall the talk she had with Hyesung. Do-young waited until Ju-young spoke again.
そういえば
He told me I shouldn't meddle with his business because he had his sources. That sounds typical of him. Now that I'm talking about it, it's all coming back to me. His own resources. What do you think he meant by that? Seungyeon? Probably, since she was the producer.
多分
Would be Seungyeon. She was the highest ranking staff. Hi, good evening.
確かに
Seungyeon, that's a possibility. Everyone had to work with her through the entire show and she had full authority. Seungyeon slowly shook her head. Her long hair brushed against her clothes to make a soft sound. Someone who would give him the power to be rude to anyone in the show. It can't be the WBS executive since he didn't get to see them often. Other staff members all followed Seungyeon's instructions.
間違いな
The
い
more I
わ
think about it, the more conviction I get. Hyesung's resource must be Seungyeon. Unknown support! Hyesung acted like someone was backing him up whenever he caused trouble. Could it be Seungyeon? Wow! Finally, we're almost... Okay, we need like 3 more keywords from you.
Yuma
Hyesung nipped at all kinds of trivial things. He raved on about Jo-young making a debut in the past, calling it unfair. The same thing happened when Gyu-uk's family history was exposed. Unfair?
そうですよ
He insisted that he should be disqualified for having things to pull.
I was already in a band, so does that make me...
違いますけど。
He didn't care about you since your band wasn't that popular? Can't deny that.
ありえないですよ。
It's funny he would do that. He's the one who should be disqualified for his criminal record. Everyone who made it out of preliminaries had their own stories. If they have nothing to hide, there's nothing wrong with revealing their past, but I'm sure Hyesung wanted to hide his. Everyone's too sensitive about privacy. Would I be harsh for saying that they have too many demands? Making use is the best way to gain attention. One's conscious and attitude about the matters and everyone, that's what everyone wants. Something might have to be sacrificed.
やっぱり
Maybe we had to make a compromise. We had to become the talk of the town in order to come up in the game.
そうです。
Right, we need to be clear on something. A person with talent shines.
そして
When someone shines, it casts a shadow.
あのさ
That shadow
と
is...
いうことは
It's the attention from the outside, regardless of its effect on the contestants. Sometimes it could be jealousy, a quiet and peaceful life. You need to give that up. You cannot avoid unwanted attention. If you really don't want it, all you have to do is just do nothing.
お分かりですか？
If not, you just have to keep on selling your stories. No matter how others receive it, you just have to live with it.
ありえないですよ。
Do you want to protect your true self? That's talking high and mighty. There's so many people that are willing to give up everything to get popular. They're desperate people everywhere. Desperate people. Unfair, excessive, hurtful. You've been given a chance at least. Sarah believes that people with extraordinary talents cannot live peaceful lives, and that's the dark side of talent.
それなら
He could be doing that out of desperation though.
そうなんですって。
The thing is, he has no musical talent. That's why he's ignoring the sufferings of others and complaining. Malcontent. Still criticized, Hyesung for complaining too much whenever another contestant gained even a bit of advantage without fully considering the circumstances. Okay. Everyone's so sensitive of privacy. Everyone's being perfectly reasonable. Yeah, no, I do not agree with him there. He definitely should be allowed to want privacy.
ちょっといいですか？
I'm not in a position to talk about that.
多分
He just gives you bad vibes. Aww. Yeah, he feels like someone who is hiding something. Though, like, I get that. Hyesung isn't the only one who's hoping for something to
そ
happen.
れは
The show's been making mistakes. I'm sure all of you have different thoughts in mind. I hope they make confirmation.
でも
It's already a mess. It's difficult for them to promise anything. It's so funny to me. In the beginning of the game, he was like, oh, the staff gets treated like shit. But now, like, you know, ever since... At any point after the collapse, he's... All he's been doing is, like, actually be like, oh, it's so hard for them. They can't make any of these decisions. You need to understand. I'm like, didn't you say you were treated like shit? Why are you suddenly defending them? You expect him to break someone's bows? Oh my god, you guys don't trust anyone here, do you? Sale hesitated while checking Doyen's facial expressions. Sale showed a slouch when their eyes met.
相葉さん、
You must be confused too. You were in a difficult situation when you joined Beastars. What's your personal take? Do you think the show will continue? Are you hoping for it to continue? I participated despite a tough situation. You do not trust anyone. Yeah.
Yep.
You're all Amogus are seeing everyone. It's fair. Honestly, I think in this one it's a fair assessment to not trust anyone. I kind of do. Like you said, I was in a difficult situation when I joined the show.
わかりました。
I admire your honesty, although I can't tell you about what's going to happen.
でも
So, how far is your story true? Doyen looked confused and Sale carefully chose his words.
実は
I heard you didn't know about Masquerade applying for the show.
Ah.
Oh, that.
そうだ
You're right. Wusuk filled out the
そん
application.
な
Wusuk, the new vocalist? Did he apply for the show without telling the other members?
そうだった
I know that. Yes, it is valid. I'm not making fun of you. I think it's very valid to not trust any of the characters here. He informed us after the beginning date of the preliminaries was fixed. Half of the team wanted to go for it while the other half didn't.
あれ
What about you?
俺は
I didn't want to do it at first. Tyrion unknowingly bit his lip. The members who were on the verge of getting kicked out of the band were on my side. The other members who wanted to must have sided with the vocalist then. It was that bad, huh?
そうだな
She was pinned with no way at the kid that took the weapon with them. The whole team had been discouraged when our record deal went astray. Wusuk thought my objection was the biggest reason for ruining the
そう思
deal.
います
He must have felt offended since he was the one who put all the effort into making the deal. That taught me a different way of seeing things.
もしかして
I thought maybe participating in the show could put us back together. We all came to Beastars together after persuading other members. The members on the vocalist side notified the other members about joining in addition. Dorian thought of it as an opportunity to reunite the band, which is why he persuaded the others to prepare for the preliminaries. I'm still so sad that they cut off his hair. I think he looks better with the long hair. Dorian had persuaded other members to join Buried Stars. But in the end, the band failed to make it to the finals. Sale took a deep breath. He spoke after a brief pause.
そうですよ
Beastars got high ratings. They made an issue out of the incident. As long as you can keep the fire going, you can't blame other people for being hopeful about
そう
it.
ってこと
Are you saying it's possible for the show to continue?
不確かです
I can't guarantee it. I'm just saying there's a possibility based on my experience. We haven't had any mysterious fates to black by our consciousness or some such when Soyoung died. Yeah, we were, well, I mean, we were unconscious at the time when Soyoung died. I like that none of you wrote her name correctly, by the way. Like, completely. Like, completely off the mark. Sung. You don't do Korean names. Just a matter of getting used to them, honestly. Sale's gaze turned to the judges section where Songyun was located. Although we have the serious incident at hand, public opinion! Beastars Season 4 recorded the highest ratings ever with more people interested in the show after this incident. The broadcaster will somehow resume Beastars if this popularity remains. You were kind of thinking that about Doyeon too. We're almost there. We almost have
や
them
りす
all.
ぎですよ
He was such a troll back then. He probably didn't know that he was on a team mission.
でも
The controversy died out quickly though.
あの
The
ちょっといいですか
seriousness of the incident tends to change depending on how you look at it. Did you know? Even back then he was going for broke. I remember.
そうなんです
That's Hyesun. He fans the flames, then he says he did it out of desperation. So if you respond to him in a commonsensical way, you become a villain who ignores a desperate person.
そうってこと
It's like you're explaining a certain trick. Seal put on a smirky smile. What the fuck is a smirky smile? You're right, that's Hyesung's trick. He's a troll who doesn't care whether you're on the same team or not. Even now, he couldn't care less for the collapsed stage. A smirky smile?
ユーマ
Another specialty of Hyesung. He's always sucking up to the judges, but looks down on other contestants who are weaker than he is.
もし
If you're talking about his tone of voice or difficult personality, come on, you know what I'm talking about? There's a thin line between being difficult or rude.
お分かりですか
He's just plain rude. Sale turned his mouth up slightly. He's respectful towards the partisan judges only. He doesn't care about the rest, including other contestants and staff members.
そうなんです
Only you experience it. Once you experience it, you can never forget it.
大丈夫
Sale, are you okay?
そんなところでし
I
ょ
think so. Hyesung has been digging his own grave. Opportunists cannot succeed forever. Okay. I think this is the last one. Hopefully. Hyesung, the virtuoso of logic. I have a name for his reasoning. The final incident of Hyesung the detective?
あの
He must have his reasons.
そうですね
He could have thought they were perfect only in his head.
100%
But
で
he's
す
100% wrong. As Seungin is the one who broke his assault scandal, he must be delusional.
そうってこと
You seem pretty confident.
そうですよ
Of course I am. You don't agree with me? It's nonsense. Sungyeon is not attacking only one, but all.
そう
To be honest, it doesn't even make sense. Hisung wasn't the only one attacked by Sungyeon.
だからです
Think about it once and you get the picture, right? He doesn't listen to a word other people say. Seo clicked his tongue. He locked eyes with Doyeon again, who was standing awkwardly.
そして
The victim who broke the past of his school violence has already been checked by the staff. His claim was true.
ユーマ
They're just blurting out whatever names come whatever name comes to mind. If they're the one who broke Hyesung's school violence history, why would they attack Juyoung, Ina, Gyuhook, and Yu? I hope they say something that makes sense for a change. Speculation! Seo firmly rejected Hyesung's argument. The victim of his violence was verified by the staff, and S. Sungyeon is provoking not only Hyesung but every other contestant. Oh, there we go. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. I think we tried everything. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yes, we did all of them. Alrighty, here we go. I wonder how long we've actually talked for now. Like in-game time, I mean. Autosave, check
ユーマ君
fine.
があんなことするのランキングのためだけじゃないと思うわ。あいつの話はそればっかりだけど。
深く考えるやつじゃないけど吉田さん
A
の
shallow
言う通りだと思いますチーフが亡くなったことも理由の一つ
In 2 minutes.
そうね。確かに。
Ina attacked Doyeon's sleeve.
何よ。私だけ察しが悪いってわけ？彼女につきまとってたこと以外なんかあるの？
Sungyeon's staff clearly contributed to the madness of Hyesung. Doyeon decided to elaborate why he thought so.
さっきの話にも出たんだけどそう考える理由は
10 minutes at most, considering it took us 2 entire streams to have 2 hours pass. Yeah, it's not a lot of time that passes in game.
You
You returned to the bloody pulp that used to be his skull. No! Why would you say that?
前科が発覚してからはそれが通じなくなったけどな
ほどほどにしないとかばいきれないですよ
とにかくユーマ君
Game
は
is a massive case
プロ
of
デュー
Hotel
サー
Dust
を
Syndrome.
頼みの
Oh
綱
yeah,
としてた
I
んだよ
mean,
ね。
this entire game takes place over the course of,
さっき目の前で終わってしまった
I guess, 7 hours. I don't know if they even fulfill the 7 hours that the rescue team gives you at the beginning.
ユーマシャベッターに最初に投稿してから少し落ち着いていたよな
But yeah, everything happens in a very short
Really?
time. Like, it takes you 3 hours to play and then it's only an hour in game
再び興奮し始め
time,
たの
if even.
いつだったと思う
田中プロデューサーを発見してからかな。
プロデューサーになりすました T ヨシエが現れたその時
Ah.
いわばユーマがプロデューサーのことを慕っててプロデューサーもユーマを可愛
You're
がって
saying
い
they
た
had an affair. What?
ある程度本当のようだプロデューサーの遺体を発見した時大きなショックを受けただろうな
だから T ヨシエのことが頭に来たのよ。
Hyesung panicked. Hyesung was clearly favored by Seungyeon. He grew unstable after discovering her body and went mad as an anonymous account called S. Seungyeon began to write posts. Check that. A shadow appeared from the other side of the stage. They all turned towards it.
僕です
Hi? Where's the bloody Pope?
ユーマは
ごめん見ての通りだ
Gyuhook's returned. Gyuhook came back alone after speaking to Hyesung. He seemed to fail to persuade him.
たくこいつ。
I really don't want to have to read the word persuasion any more times this game. I'm probably saying it wrong anyway, and it keeps popping up like
こ
persuade.
のまま楽屋にいるのは
Persuade. It's not persuade. It's persuade, like with V. Persuade.
やっぱり相手
I've
に
been
しない
saying it
方が
wrong.
いいかもしれません
Who was it? I know one of you told me last time. I'm stupid.
楽屋のドア鍵かけて待っていたけど。
そうだった。どうにか壊すのも無理かな。
Doyon sighed and lowered his head. Yeah, I think you. Because you wrote like persuaded and I was like, how do I say that V?
何？どうしたの？ゆうまくん。
What?
また投稿したわ。
Thank you for the posture check. And for the hydrate time. The contestant in the last place will be dropped. Do what you want to do. Easier said than done in front of the computer. Bring it on. The group fell silent. Oh, and a Pikachu. Ina barely managed to open her mouth.
Pikachu! 一体何考えてるのかな。ベカベカ。ベカ。
Got too long without a Pikachu.
ユーマを刺激してしまったのかもしれない。
多分 T ヨシエとの言い争いでもっとひどくなったのよ。
After sorry. After short silence, Ina came forward.
私があいつと話してくる。
一人でですか？危ないですよ。
みんな一人で行ってきたじゃない。今さらみんなで行ったってドアも開けてくれないわよ。
でも
You've recently learned how important hydrating is when you talk more? Yes, it is. It is. It is.
下手した壁でも崩れたらみんな死んじゃうわよ。
Hearing Ina's remarks, Sale hunched up his shoulders.
ユーマは相当興奮してる。今行くのは良くないと思う。
いいか悪いかは置いといて言いたいことがあるのよ。説得するつもりなの？話し合って、それでもダメなら一発で飛ばして髪の毛引っ張ってくるから。
No violence, talking only, please. You will lose if you lose your temper. Physical confrontation can be dangerous. There could be another collapse. That's okay. Do this one.
興奮したら負けだ。言いたいことがあるなら言葉で言えよ。
I support her in kicking his ass, actually. Huh.
まさか私が本当に蹴飛ばすとでも思ったの？
I think he deserves it, yes.
とにかくほっとくわけにはいかないよ。
He deserves it.
みんなその辺に隠れて一斉に飛びかかって連れてくるってのはどうです？
あ、もう一人で行くってばほっといてよ。
Ina stormed out but briefly paused.
どうしてもダメなら戻ってくる。ついてこないで。
本当にいいのか？
大丈夫って言うのもそろそろ飽きてきたけど。
She looked determined. They couldn't hold her back anymore. I mean, the other two both went on their own each, so why couldn't she? They could only watch as she disappeared to the other side of the stage. Looking at the door for some time, Doyen suddenly sensed someone's presence.
本当に大丈夫でしょうか？
She's a grown woman. She can survive for 5 minutes.
一体ユーマはシャベッターに何て書いたんですか？
お前はシャベッターを見る方法がなかったんだったな。
はい、もう気になって仕方ないですよ。
Doyen opened his watch and showed him Hisung's post.
盛り上がってますね。
Sale raised his hat and let out a deep sigh. There was a brief silence. Finally, Sale moved toward Doyen again.
他は何かないんですか？
他？
Sale looked very frustrated. He opened Faith again to check other issues. Oh. Suyin aims to snipe Doyen down. They're making fun of the fact that he left his band to avoid being eliminated to become a soloist. Lol. It's strange that the anonymous account is the same person as the student who disclosed Hisung's school violence. Why at this point? Because that was bullshit? If he wanted to lower Hisung's rank, he could have presented more evidence about it, but he didn't, so I guess he's trying to spread another rumor with a different topic. So what I want to say is the timing. Isn't it so peculiar? What's good to lower Hisung's rank after the accident? Thank you so much for the follow! Welcome! The show might continue after the accident and B-Star's top 5 could go to other broadcasting stations. Haters are just enjoying others' unhappiness like Doyen's hater. He soon became the first victim because he stood out, but I guess any troublemaker would face the same fate. Anyway, only Hisung thinks that the two S's are the same person, and it's not even sure if the school violence is targeting Hisung. We started to blame Hisung as soon as the accident happened. Is it just coincidence? What's worse, the account that caused all controversies deleted all posts and ran away. Hisung's violence was disclosed right after the top 10 was announced. Are there anyone who don't believe that was pre-planned? Alleged fabrication. Hisung's fans claim that his school violence issue is nothing more than a malicious rumor to lower his ranking or kick him out of the audition. Hisung's fans want to insist that the violence scandal was a fake, but since there are more than one victim, I hate it! Since there is more than one victim, they won't succeed. And Hisung's popularity has been on the downside since the beginning of the main episodes, actually. His lack of talent and overstated popularity have been mentioned for a while. Many alleged victims. A number of people disclosed that Hisung also beat them up in the past, just like he had done to the first victim. Excuse me? Everyone knows that Hisung was a loser even before the school violence scandal broke out. Do you really believe WBS tried to cover Hisung's scandal? If so, they wouldn't have said he was losing popularity due to the latest scandal. I know there's more than one person you've harassed, but you can't confuse those things. Hisung, don't you remember how much I worked to cover your school violence scandal? How could you mistake the victim for me? Haven't you checked the controversy around Hisung's school violence evidence image? We saw this one before. Yeah, we reread those before. Deleted the account, ran away after being caught in a lie. Beastos declared that they would strongly respond to all malicious rumors, so he or she might have deleted the account at that point. Everyone knows that Hisung can survive to the finals thanks to his popularity and fate. But think about those eliminated. Hyungcho, Huchu, Soa, Kyu, Grinder Howl. Why is that one such a different name? None of them were worse than Hisung. Frankly speaking, Kyu and Hyungcho were uglier than Hisung, but the others I agree with you. No offensive remarks, please! Okay. Hisung, there's not much time left until 2 AM. Enjoying enough of your final moments. Provocative post. Hisung posted another provocative comment on Fader, but it wasn't about his important announcement. I don't think he has anything to disclose. He's already beaten up by a Sungyeon. Hisung is treating others. He's showing his true colors. Lol. Hisung pathetic loser. I don't care what he is. Why is he acting like that suddenly? Did he hear something from a Sungyeon during the last 15 minutes? Make an announcement now if you have anything to tell. The surprising announcement is about voluntary resignation and it's Sungyeon's victory. Hisung changed his attitude completely within the last 20 minutes. Prediction. Hisung's haters think that Hisung's so-called important announcement meant voluntary resignation under pressure from Sungyeon. Is that how you apologize? You still have some time left. I might go easy on you if you actually apologize. Once the clock strikes 2 AM, you're going to wish you were dead. Stop making a cutting remark. Teeny helpful. What is with these names? Should I stop reading Fader post? Yes.
またユーマが何か投稿したとか。
いや、今喋ったでは。
Tell Sale about what he read on Fader. The prediction thingy.
ユーマの発表が本人の事態なんじゃないかっていう話もある。
だったらすっきりしますね。
I would like to actually reach 2 AM in-game time. I want to know what happens at 2 AM
あい
in-game
つが
time.
何を発表すると思う？
僕みたいなただのスタッフにあの人の大きな志がわかるはずないでしょ。
Listen, you have no problem shit-talking him the same as he shit-talks you. You definitely can imagine
バ
something.
カバカしいことでも用意してるんでしょうね。
Sale muttered while adjusting his glasses. After the talk, some time had passed.
まさか。
And the stage is once again rumbling. An ominous air surrounded the area.
気をつけろ。
The intense tremor quickly faded out.
レイナさん、大丈夫ですか？
私は大丈夫よ。
間隔がだんだんと短くなっている気がする。
救助隊も入ってきてますよ。可能な限りに前向きに考えたら
How
の
long
話で
does
すけ
it
ど。
take to get to them, though?
中央廊下の方
Like,
大丈夫で
shouldn't
すよね。
they be able to, like, lift these really big plates? Since this is the part of the stage that's like the most open. Shouldn't they be able to lift these weird giant panels and like have a, I don't know, a helicopter get in there and get them out that way. You know, if they lift it up, they wouldn't risk, like, of course they still are risking more for collapse, but like it wouldn't be as bad as them trying to get in from the side.
僕が行った時ぐらいの状態だと
Every
思
hour
う
a new
よ
part of the stage collapses, the stage is on a schedule.
クニカちゃんが無事なのかどうか確かめないと。
Sail ran off immediately. Someone grabbed Doyen's arm. Duke stood right next to him.
レイナさんのそばにいてやれ
June was there catching her breath with her face all pale.
レイナさん大丈夫ですか？
なんとか持ちこたれているわ。ちょっとこのまま待って。
Uh-oh.
とりあえず見守っていよう
わかった。
Doyen suddenly looked at Duke with bated breath.
ユーマとどんな話をしたんだ？聞いてなかったな。
戻ってきた途端いろんなことが起きたからな
Duke began his story with a bitter smile on his face. Oh, checkpoint. The 18 in-game minutes. Are you kidding me? 18 in-game minutes. Hey, are you okay? Are you still having like... Are you okay? You having a mental breakdown over there?
レイナさん。
心配して電話したの。
Yes.
よくなさそうに見えたので。
なんとか抑えようとしてるわ。重荷にはなりたくないの。
重荷なんかじゃないですよ。
嬉しい言葉だわ。でも私自身がそう思わないようにするのも
もうすぐ終わるはずですよ。
そう願うばかりだわ。
Aww. I'm sorry. Team mission. I was really worried that Ina would be eliminated because of Hyesung the Manhunter, but to my dismay, he got angry and his fans were busy protecting him. He criticized Ina's show character. Yeah, right. So Ina complained about that and Hyesung said, "Be quiet, you phony." After that, Hyesung's fans got really upset. Hyesung and Ina were in the same group of the team mission. Hyesung didn't pull off his part. Hyesung the Manhunter claimed Ina lied before, now he's completely insane. Hyesung, you must have been eliminated earlier. I worked really hard to put you and Ina in one team to help you pass the team mission. And when selecting the top 10, I did my best to put you against a weak contestant. You know how hard it was? At this point, you're getting sick of fake Twitter too? Me. I am actually getting sick of the fake Twitter, but we need the information. Oh, what the hell? Wait, I thought Hyesung was lucky with his opponent every episode, and that was because it was designed by Seungyeon. That's quite plausible. Put Hyesung and Ina on the same team to help him pass the team mission. Isn't Gyuk a better option than Ina? I was about to give up on you when selecting the top 5. I allowed you to use Fated to your liking, but then your violent past was exposed and I could do nothing about it. I give you that. If you did the team mission with Gyuk and complained like you did to Ina, all of Gyuk's fans would have gone super mad at him. I hate you too, gigantic size me. That's an interesting combination of display name and username. Censored fuck! That really pisses me off. Then Seungyeon paired him up with Ina because she was the weakest at the time with the least size of fandom. He was blamed much at the time for being arrogant. I was impressed about how you overcame the scandal between you and Hugh. You were using her weak spots. I didn't expect you could do that. You stopped at nothing to make your debut. You impressed me, so I gave you one more chance. It's crazy. What is this? Wait, what does it mean by using her weak spots? Am I reading fiction or what on this timeline? How does it feel to lose Seungyeon who was backing you up? You've got no one helping you now. You should have tried your best to impress your fans, not the judges. Seungyeon was never backing me up. What the fuck are you on? Since you're not my fan, I don't know about how you feel. You spent less time on Twitter for a while. I shouldn't get mad. Don't you decided to point it out for him in a calm manner? It's only because the staff allowed you too much screen time. You didn't earn them with your skills, lol. You've secured your portion by whining and complaining and protesting. You call that skill? If things don't work out, you always complain and threaten to leave in order to seek attention. What? Me? When did I do that? You're free to think whatever way, but didn't try to suppress the uncomfortable feeling. Oh. He decided to check for new mentions later. I should have said the one on the right. I fucked that up. Oh well. We can totally ignore Sungyeon's statement. He has a point. When the use of Fated promotion accounts was allowed, Hisung made the best use of it. Thinking about the top 10, Hyo-Joo Seo was more popular than Hisung, but he posted a comment implying romantic relations between her and him, and deleted it immediately. After that, she took concentrated attacks from Hisung's fans. The show didn't mention Hisung and put all the focus on Hyo-Joo, saying she dated another boy member in the past or so. After all, Hyo-Joo failed to advance to the top 5. And Hyesung advanced to the top 5. He seemed very relaxed even in the crisis of being eliminated. All of them seemed a well-knit plot, but I can't say anything more than that. I don't want to be sued. Hyo-Joo's fans were on my timeline and then went really mad now. If that is true, it means that he spread a false rumor to ruin one contestant and make his debut. I hate to say this, but I got goosebumps now. Is he a psychopath? More and more postings by Sungyeon are being shared. Hyesung keeps talking nonsense. Are you okay? Go play. The fighters attracted more attention. He decided to write more straightforwardly. I'm worried too. I felt relieved that no one was hurt, but I don't know what's happening to people, including Sungyeon. Hyesung shouldn't respond to a troll. I've been watching him from the preliminaries. I was looking forward to his performance as a soloist, but why did it end up like this? Rescue was a priority. Hyesung was only making things worse at the moment. Even his memories of the preliminaries when he had distinguished himself from the others seemed vague. Would he be able to get back on stage when everything was finally settled? From the start of the preliminaries, he alone received most of the judges' attention and praise. Oh really? It's time to wrap up the conversation. Anything else? No, that's it. Alright. Hello. Oh, that's not a lot. I would, but I have to buy it. I really wonder what it... I don't actually know if the game is still on sale on Steam. I know that it was for a short while. That's why I bought it. I really wonder what he's up to. Oh, excuse me. I need to go deeper. What did he say to you? Oh, that's the scholarship issue, the one mentioned by Sungyeon. He brought it up again. What can he do with that? He'll agree in favor as if that were true. That's ridiculous. I didn't know what to say. That's simply agreeing with Sungyeon. Hyuk shook his head bitterly. I should have just told him that I would drop out. Why did I try to do him with a deep voice? I can't do deep voices. You know that's not that easy. Each of us had a reason to join V-Stars. I came to V-Stars because I was curious. Before I gave up on music, I wanted to stand before the crowd without telling them about my dad and hear what they had to say about me. So, was it like a blind test? But the result was far too good. I didn't know I would get this far. Hyuk scratched his chin. When I first joined the show, I didn't think they would mention my family. There were lots of viral news articles. At first I thought you were eager to talk about your father. I don't blame you. Even back then I was thinking about dropping out of the audition. He once thought of quitting music. He decided to enter this audition show regarding it as a test. He thought of dropping out of the show when the media reported on his father. A bit much of what I've already spent this whole in the hopes of a bigger discount. Oh, okay. I'll be on the lookout, see if I see it on sale. But I didn't. And I'm now being stuck in here. Hyesung's threat. According to Gyuhook, Hyesung talked about his illegal receipt of a scholarship and his father's death. He threatened to disclose them if he refuses to quit the audition. Okay. What else? They aren't thinking straight. Who? Of course not. He's desperate to remain in the show. It doesn't matter what they say out there. I just hope he doesn't fall too deeply. If he gets angry and starts to write comments, it's really going to be over for him. He would know what to do with Fader. While speaking, Dorian thought about the earlier provocations made by Hyesung. He said he won't go down by himself, that he's ready for anything. Maybe he wouldn't. Actually, I agree. If this continues, it would be a matter of time. Hyuk nodded and stared at the other side of the corridor. No sound came out from the locked door. I wonder when it's going to happen. I have no idea. Hisung didn't say anything special,
そうだったか
although he pretended to know something important. He always followed Sungyun around, but he was just one of the contestants. He didn't even get much information. So what did you say to him?
あ
I said the ranking after the collapse doesn't mean anything, that we should go back to the stage and wait for the rescue team. He surely wouldn't listen to that. Yeah, you know the result. Failed to persuade. 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 Failed to persuade. You tried to persuade Hyesung to give up and go back to the stage with him to wait for rescue. He argued that the ranking after the collapse won't count, but didn't succeed. When I went in, I was wondering what he would say to me. I didn't know he would be repeating what Sungyun said. Weren't you upset? Persuade. Weren't you angry with him for repeating what Sungyun said?
そうだったら
I was surprised at first, as you said, but what I felt next was a sense of pity. Hyuk looked down at his feet. His eyes wandered for a moment. It was like he wanted to believe it, thinking it would actually work.
正直
I'm embarrassed to say this, but the scholarship issue won't give me much damage. The fact that I feel ashamed of that incident is another
そ
story.
れは
He's bluffing. Do you think he'll keep doing that to everyone else? Duke spoke again after a brief silence. He also talked about my late father. About his incident? About his accident? It was around the time of a fundraiser. He had a heart attack while driving. Some money and honor meant nothing before the accident. His father died of cardiac arrest several years ago while driving a car. It was the sudden death of a superstar artist who had attained fame and fortune. So what can Hyesung add to that story?
それは
He asked me if that was really an accident. He was insinuating that I might have had something to do with his death. That's more shocking than the scholarship issue. I felt the opposite. He went too far on my father's death.
一体
It's like he's writing a fiction.
大丈夫だ
It's because he didn't know anything about it. I was okay with it. But if he continues to do that, other people might take it differently. Bluffing! Hyesung didn't seem to know any significant secrets about the others. What Hyesung knew wasn't a threat. That's what video sales do. Persuade, invade my purse.
だけど
Something bothered me while I was talking to him.
Eh?
Like what?
それが
He kept checking further even when he was talking to me.
それは
That's nothing new. He looked more restless. He said it was almost time. Time? What time? The time as Sungyun mentioned? About the one in last place being... Gyu quietly nodded. He continued with one hand under his chin.
なんというか
He regarded all of his Sungyun's comments as nonsense, but he wasn't free from them. I wish he'd be more honest with us.
よ
But I thought he was being frank with you, Doyoung. When compared to the others, not so different? I don't think he was being that different with me, no.
そうか
I'm not sure if he was being more honest with me than with others.
え
Really? That means I'm closer to you.
え
Is that important right now?
それが
Hyesung was always saying things to
違
you.
うんじゃないか
That doesn't mean he was being honest with me.
それは
I guess you were right about that.
それなら
Then, can I be more honest this time? About what? Feeling awkward, Gyuk fiddled with his hair. About why I wasn't shaken when he... Oh, about why I wasn't shaken when he talked about my father's accident. I am, to be honest. I would have thought of it as an insult towards your father. And I didn't want to pry on it.
あ
That sounds like you. Gyuk paused momentarily. He seemed to be pondering on whether to tell Doyoung or not.
正直
To be honest, my uncle's family, myself included, don't know much about my father.
それは
What do you mean?
結局
He cut ties with the family as soon as he became an adult. The family was strictly against the music, and they didn't allow any jokers in the family. My father severed ties with them. We all know about his days of anonymity. It wasn't much different even back then. Tough business, huh?
それなら
But why didn't you know much about him?
それは
He always wanted to live a free life. Free from everything, including all of his family. He wanted a life free from anything cumbersome so nothing would hold him back.
もしかしたら
Maybe he never got to grow up throughout his entire life. He's so pretty that you want to trust him, therefore you do. He is, though. He's very pretty. Are you saying his musical achievements had nothing to do with his personality?
え
Did they sound negative? Take half of what I said as a compliment. The side glance? That's the one that's giving you the heebie-jeebies, isn't it? That's the one that's making you not trust him. That's like, oh, he's mad. He's gonna beat me to a pulp. I understand it as a typical characteristic of autistic people.
そうだったら
That's how I was able to accept him for who he was. Whatever he found cumbersome, he treated it as if he didn't see it.
僕も
I was clearly something cumbersome to him. His father, Byung-hee Lee, severed relations with his wealthy family and rose to stardom. He wanted to live a free life and thought of his family as a burden.
だろ
So I have no choice but to say I don't know much about him. Even if someone speaks nonsense about his life or death, well... To me it feels like talking about a stranger. Countdown! Hyesung began to grow anxious as the time Sung-yeon predicted for whoever was in last place drew near. Swing! Like for to raise, you may rest assured I would raise my foot to scare off the threat. No worries. We're going to be over with this pretty soon. Because we're about to reach the forced end of your first run. He finished his story, but the gloomy feeling still lingered in the air.
同じ話をずっと繰り返すだけだったよ
誰だったとしても同じだろうな。
焦っているのはユーマの方だからな
He continued to act out of desperation. They must think of something. Maybe they should force him out at any cost.
ケイスケさん、俺の話をよく聞いてくれ。あいつ力ずくでも連れてこよう。
It really doesn't matter.
あいつの言ってること結局ブラフばかりだった。みんな不安になってるし、廊下の方はもっと危険になっていく。
Duke said to Doyen for a moment.
ブラフそうだななんとかしよ
楽屋の方に行った人たちもまだ戻ってきていないし。
うよし行ってみよ
Use of force. Driven to a corner, Hyesung is just repeating what Sung-yeon has already said. He may as well be pulled out before it gets too dangerous. Run out of sanity sign? Oh, no. Nah, that happens every time we have to choose a keyword. That's the same animation every time. If we actually run out of sanity, we just straight up get a bad ending. That looks different from this one. I haven't done it. I'm sorry. I haven't shown you guys. Doyen walked toward where Julian was.
どうもユーマ。
Oh, fuck, where is she? June was not there with them.
ういないいつからだ
俺たちが話してる間だと思う。
They moved hurriedly. They frantically looked around, but June wasn't there.
奥の方に行ってみる君は電話をかけてみてくれ
待て一人で行くな。
June stopped Gyug while he was making the call.
廊下の方に行ったのか
くそ繋がらない。
While they were trying to work the phone, Fader opened. Next contestant is Doyen. Doyen, why don't you just give up? You saw what had happened to Hyesung, you know how it will end?
くだらないことしゃべ。
Doyen gritted his teeth and attempted to make the call again.
二人で何やってんの？
We're trying to find you.
レイ
Oh!
ナさん、どこ行ってたんですか。
ごめんなさい。
びっくりしたじゃないですか。
I think the building's getting ready to collapse further. Yes.
過呼吸が起きたの。今回のは
Wait, she hyperventilated? We didn't even notice. Oh, I feel bad now.
いきなりいなくなったら。
言う暇もなかったの。無事だったんだし、もういいでしょ。見逃していたあんたは何してたのよ。
待て、ユーマは。
Ina looked worried.
れが問題があってね。
Hey?
問題？
どんな？
The two ask blankly.
ユーマ、あそこにいなかったのよ。
The sweat running down Doyun's back turned cold.
電話はしてみたか？
ムカついてたのよ。そんな余裕なかったからね。
Jung shook her head after failing to make the call.
発信音は聞こえる。でも出ないわ。
一緒に行ってみましょう。どうせ連れてくるつもりだったんです。力ずくでも連れてくるつもりです。
行った人たちが見てないならどこにいるんだろ
う。廊下の方にいないはずはない。行くような場所は決まってるからな。楽屋の方に行く途中に廊下をチェックして。
You know where you should check?
そこにいないならスタッフ用の廊下。
The restroom. He seemed to be, you know, very interested in going to the restroom.
そうね。キモいからすぐ出てきたけど、もう一度確かめてみないと。
クニカちゃん。
そうね。力ずくでも連れてくるのよ。
う。すぐに行きましょう。
Hyuk also took a step forward after locking eyes with Doyeon.
出演者に何かあったら僕も困りますから。
よし、行ってみましょう。
Just nah. Please don't lag again. Would you pick up a call in the toilet? Comes to using force if necessary. Aw, poor guy. He's done nothing wrong. The sound of footsteps echoed around in the dark corridor.
ここには確実にいないな。
楽屋に行ってみる。
Since when can you see here? Last time we went in here, you guys were all like, oh, it's so dark, we can't see. We don't have any flashlights.
僕も一緒に行きます。
He's done nothing wrong.
スタ
Yet!
ッフ用の廊下を確かめるわ。
僕と行きましょう。亮は？
After scanning the corridor, Doyen's eyes were fixed on something.
トイレの方を見る。
Oh, we're actually checking the restroom. Nice.
一人で。
キュウ君、じゃああなたはリョウ君と。
No, we're not leaving you alone, Juyum.
いや、二人で一緒に行動して。
Hyuk's gaze wandered in between Juyung and Doyun.
分かったよ。気をつけろよ。
They scattered to head towards their assigned area.
ユーマ、いるのか？
Doyen waited, but no one answered. He slowly entered the restroom. Dadan, who could have expected that? Doyen hurriedly lifted Hisung into his arms.
していない。
He felt something sticky on his hand. Blood. His hand was soaked with blood. Nope, there goes our sanity. Jun's legs gave way and Hisung dropped face down on the floor. I mean, he could just be unconscious. Jun came running. She moved her lips to scream, but no sound came out of her mouth.
ユーマ君、どうかしたの？
何ですか？まさか。
Yu rushed in and held Hisung's wrist.
ねえ、脈あるの？早く言ってよ。どうなってんのよ。
Yu slowly shook his head.
死んで。
Yeah, but you wouldn't see him. Like, if he's collapsed and toppled over, you couldn't, and he's like covered in blood, you wouldn't notice if he was still breathing unless you, I don't know, actually check, right? Doyen stared at Ina vacantly. Or like from all the shock, you wouldn't like really check, like see that at first. You would be like, wait, wake up! Hisung eliminated. You won't be able to see Hisung ever from now on. Next target is Doyun. How much time should I allow him?
本当だったの？最下位は死ぬって。
Oh, our sanity is going down. To be continued. Dead. Sanity rapid status. Dun dun. Severe sanity level. Yeah, you can feel stuff like breathing. I mean, yeah. Challenge, loss of will acquired. Some time had passed in a state of despondency. Some checked on Hisung's body, while some just stared at the wall absent-mindedly. Some read posts on Fader, and some just muttered to themselves. Doyun mindlessly updated his fatal timeline. 2 a.m. Hisung seemed to make every effort, but that wasn't enough. He has been killed. Don't be all smiley, Doyun. You're next. Hisung is muted. Hisung went silent. It's not like him. Anywho, why the others won't post any? Doyun uses the bot, but doesn't post anything himself either. You all broke your fingers or what? I'm so excited to see what'll happen in an hour. Lol, I actually like this more than the real show. Hehe. Hisung even got some attention from blackmailing, but Doyun didn't get any. I'd kill myself if I were him. Bruh. Hey, easy on him. He's busy thinking about how to walk away this time. He pretends he's a troubleshooter but backs off at crucial moments. That's what he does. Don't even start if you're going to walk away. Ranking competition suddenly caught on fire. How can Doyun escape this crisis? At first I felt fear, and gradually another feeling came. It was rage.
これが冗談に見えるのか。
His rage began to boil up as soon as he recognized it. The parched lip cracked, soon smeared with blood. Doyun discovered he was about to upload a post on Fader. His fingertips trembled. You acted so selfishly, you deserved it. You're not hurt, you're safe now. If you're okay, please leave a comment. His post was now up on the timeline. Well, show's over. There are actually people waiting to be rescued under here. Is everything that's happening here just a show to you all? He's right, we can say we love or hate a certain contestant, but in this situation they're dying now? That's too much. You're safe and sound! So Ina's okay, Ina's okay, Ina's okay? Why make a fuss when everyone else is staying quiet? Lol, you feeling guilty? Scared? I'm sure something happened there, lol. Yeah! 2 people are dead! Singing is running wild, so if you want to blame someone, do so on Sungya and leave others alone. Trying to act cool is a kind of illness. It makes me pissed off. I didn't instigate Sungin and cheer for someone's death. Why do I hear such bullshit? The post was shared all over, spreading at the speed of light. The public reaction of his post was enormous. Say something more? It's not auto-posted, right? Is he free enough to check further? He saw all comments but stays silent, which makes me mad. You must be really scared, Doyun, but I told you to reveal the truth in order to raise your ranking, not gather unnecessary attention. You're always acting like that. You think you're the best in the world. I had much difficulty producing you. He posted something again. Just go away. Hisung is okay. Hisung is okay. I don't want to know about you. Just tell me what happened to Hisung. Go away, Beasters. At I hate WBS. Bruh. What happened to Hisung? Tell me now. He's dead. He only answered the easy questions and disappeared. Is he seeing all these comments now? Considering how he posted comments so far, you must be monitoring them regularly. Hiding in this situation, great personality. A betrayer won't be changed easily. He's way off the mark. The broadcasting station doesn't pay him for nothing. It's because his fans contributed to higher ratings, but he seems to think otherwise. So he seems to antagonize his own fans. Let's see how far you can go. Sungin created a new account. Who is it? Doyun and Hisung lied so much to get attention? I have no clue. What will happen if the attacker is really there? Seeing him throwing a fit on Fader, I don't think the situation there is urgent. Oh, nothing urgent happening down here. No. I understand Doyun is relaxed now, but other members should watch out for him. He can betray them anytime. Stop biting Doyun now. He must be in tears. Look at the number of shares for Doyun's comment. He's even topping the trending charts now. I'm guessing he's taking advantage of Hisung to raise his rankings. Why are you guys also obsessed with some stupid fucking ranking when there's people actually dying? Rage and shock penetrated through his heart. Doyun closed his bloodshot eyes. Chuyung approached him. Her face was pale.
Ryo-kun, 大丈夫?
No.
いえ よくわかりません。
僕と鈴木さんがちょっと調べてみたんです。他の人はそんなことできる状態じゃないと思ったんで。
Sale carefully chose his words.
どうだったのよ。なんであんなことになったの？
違ってたんです。チーフの時とは。
Oh?
背後から一発、横から一発、全部頭を殴られました。それは事故じゃありません。
Oh.
誰かにやられたんです。
Doing got goosebumps on his back.
よしえなの？
それはわかりません。
きっとそいつだ。 T よしえがやったんじゃないなら
Everyone stared at Doyon.
俺たちの中にいるってことか。
Why would you say that?
そんなことするタイミングも手段もないぞ。
Doyon covered his face with both hands. He didn't even have time to collect his senses.
りょうちゃん、あんたシャベッターに書き込みしたの？
Yeah.
ユーマのこと書いたんですか？
いいや、みんな勝手なことばかり喋ってるから。
あんたね、人が死んだというのにシャベッターをする余裕があるの？
Shut the fuck up! The rest of the group turned on their watches with incredulous looks on their faces.
かなりの反応だ。
今までちゃんと書いたことないからね。
今喋ったなんかしてる場合じゃないと思いますけど、本当に緊急事態なんですよ。一体どうなっているんだろう。
After looking at her watch for some time, Ina slowly raised her head.
T よしえ、ただの無能ではないんじゃない？
適当な言葉だと考えるには、ほぼ発見と同時に投稿を上げてるぞ。
さっきみんなでこの中を隅々まで探したじゃない。誰かが出入りできるような通路なんかなかったわよ。
そうして外部の人間を排除すると、結局残るのは僕たちだけです。
Gee, yeah. I wonder. Everyone froze at Sale's remark.
いや、
Sale,
少なくとも
Sale, Sale.
吉田さんやクニカちゃんの場合、ユーマを力でどうこうするのは難しいと思いますよ。
Good job,
俺
dude.
とケイスケさんとお前、この3人が容疑者だっていうのか。
そんな意味じゃありません。僕とユーマの仲が悪かったのはみんな知ってますよね。一番怪しまれやすいのがスタッフですけど、でも
何を言いたいの？
僕のことを疑わないでほしいと言ってるんですよ。
Bruh. Sale clenched onto the strap of his messenger bag.
楽屋を行き来した時、空いた時間帯があったでしょ？
Oh, so it's me and Gihuk?
スタッフという理由だけで追い詰めたりしないから。
そうですね。
He stared at the rest of the group with his gloomy eyes.
とにかくシャベッターの利用は控えてください。今の状況が外に漏れると本当にめちゃくちゃになっちゃうんですよ。
救助隊に連絡した方が。
We're like, hey, we found another dead body. And they're like, what the fuck? We told you to stay in one place. Jung averted her gaze from Heesung's body and changed the subject.
死傷者が出たってことは知らせないとね。
僕が連絡してみます。
Moreover, the phone wasn't working either. Jung took a step toward the corridor.
とりあえず廊下に行きましょう。そこでもう一度やってみるのよ。
Jung hung up the phone and turned around.
辺りがうるさかったよ。ずいぶん人が集まっているようだ。
やじ馬かよ。邪魔になるのに。
救助隊は何て言ったの？
別に大したことは言ってないよ。とりあえず廊下から出てステージに移動しろってさ。
あまり役に立つ話ではないわね。
Jung blurted out quietly. Ina tapped the watch on her wrist.
ここユーマのことたくさん書いてあったわよ。 T よしえと揉めている途中に投稿が止まったからね。
Yeah, because he's dead.
誰が見ても私たちが被害者じゃない。一体どうしてずっと悪口と皮肉を言うのよ。
外じゃこっちの状況がわからないからな。
Dorian opened Faith after listening to them for some time. The someone who went to the accident site. The site's cordoned off with police lines and tons of fire trucks, ambulances and heavy machineries arrived. I'm a bit scared. It's a miracle that people managed to escape from the collapse. But there's nothing I can do to help out here. If I showed them Sungyun's post, will they believe that someone died inside? I told the police here about Sungyun's post, but they just ignored me. They said they're investigating the accident, so wait for the results. If nothing happened, that's fine, but if they got something to tell, why don't they? And broadcasting vehicles are here too. They are talking with people from broadcasting stations. Oh, that's funny though. It was just 2 a.m. and now it's already almost 3 a.m. in game.
誰かが立ち入り禁止区域の近くまで来て、こっちの状況を聞いたんだって。
ったく、ニュース待てばいいだろ、もう。
1 hour has passed since Hyesung wrote the comment. I guess there's a slight chance. He's posting comments on Fader, so his smartwatch seems to be working fine considering the rapid proliferation of Sungyun's posts. Hyesung should act by now, but he's remaining silent. Time flies when you find dead bodies. That's yeah. What happened to Hyesung? Doyeon isn't posting any comments since then. Considering they take no action for the controversial vote, I guess they have no capacity to respond to it. They seem to postpone the announcement until the rescue operation ends, but they can't stop media reports. Soon one of the media will expose the truth.
私はこれ以上見ていられないわ。
おい、今ニュースに出ました。
What? More casualties from the buried Saw's accident site. Breaking news. Did you see the news 10 minutes ago? Casualties? He's really dead. Even after the accident, they were trying to resume the show on popularity vote, leading to this disaster. There must be an accident, right? Sungyun really killed him? Do you see what's going on around here right now? Doyeon is next. His response is weaker than I thought. I guess he's still not realizing what's going to happen to him. Please show your support to Doyeon. A lot of tips are coming in. Thank you. Swear Doyeon, not me, please. Having fun? This is not a TV show. What the heck are you doing now? Everyone must be feeling frustrated since no one is able to check what's real or not. Those who might know about the answer are just busy talking about themselves. Phew. Sungyun's been blocked, haha. Hyesung's fans got so pissed off that they started ratting. If Sungyun is the attacker, what's the point of blocking Fader? Blocking them doesn't mean they're going to disappear off this world, you dimwits. Hey, close Fader and get your bums out there, lol. We need to investigate Doyeon. Without Hyesung, all contestants will make it to the next round automatically. Doyeon the betrayer may have conspired with Sungyun. I didn't think that way. It's not impossible, lol. I hate this penguin person, honestly.
現場を見張って突き止めたんでしょうね。記者が救助隊から漏れたんでしょう。きっと T ヨシエが当たったっていう書き込みもあるぞ。
本当にこの中のどこかにいるのかな。とりあえずステージに行こう。今すぐここを離れたいの。
そうだな。まずは動こう。頭を気をつけて。こっち。
Well, that's a scary thought to have. Someone... Are we dead yet? No. But it's a scary thought to have. That there's someone in here with us. Possibly. That is killing people. Like, it's already a scary enough thought to think that some of the people we already know could be here. But it's an even scarier thought thinking that there might be someone else that we're not aware of.
まだ大丈夫よ。これからどうなるかはわからないけど。
Personally,
周りをちゃんと確かめ
I
るんだ。
think that's a very scary
何
thought.
かが落ちてくるかもしれない。
バラバラにさえならなきゃもう大丈夫よね。
Yeah, worst case we all get like flattened by the same thing falling down.
そうよ。きっと何も起きないわ。
Jung answered her own question while wrapping her arms around herself. A depressing mood lingered. Doyeon lowered his head and tried not to think about anything. The stage had collapsed. They had found Sungyun dead. The popularity voting was still running despite this mess. As Sungyun appeared out of nowhere, insulting the group and announcing the murder of the last place contestant, Hyesung began to threaten other contestants to drop out. Then he was found dead. As Sungyun threatened to murder whoever was in last place, Hyesung was clearly attacked by someone. Did it matter? Doyeon couldn't even keep his own sanity. He had no desire to delve into thoughts or to solve anything anymore.
一体なんでこんなことが起きたんだ。
Only thing left for me to do is to give up and just wait for time to pass. He just needed to endure. Everything will end once the rescue team arrives. Then his nightmare will disappear as well. Doyeon grasped the watch with his right hand.
外の状況なんか見てどうする。見る必要なんかない。
今は見なくてもいいんだ。
Some time had passed. Whether it was a few minutes or a few hours, he wasn't sure. Doyen squinted and raised his head. He turned around to see who was touching him.
りょうちゃん、
Hi.
どうしたんだ。
話がだんだんおかしくなってる。
どんな。
これ見て。
I guess all of these were manipulated by WBS. Heesung and Doyoung are sharing the lead on trending charts. Even the people who weren't interested in Beastars are looking up who they are now. If news reports are wrong and all of them are found alive, that will go viral. Heesung said that Doyoung, Ina, Gyuhook, Doyeon, and one floor director waiting to be rescued. Who's this floor director guy? Seeing how things turned out, I'm really glad Masquerade didn't make it to the finals. It's impossible to enter the accident site. If Seungyoung is real, it must be one of the persons inside. Unless they are reporters or staff members. Anyone who's visited the site today would know why it's impossible to sneak inside the collapsed building. They've literally checked everyone. All of the audience signed up in advance to watch the show, and they already confirmed that they checked the list. The floor director, the guy with the grim look. I usually laugh of conspiracies about causing intentional scandals to raise viewer ratings, but when it produces Song Yun-shin, I just can't put it past her. What's the use of prying on the floor director's personal information? I don't understand. I heard the floor director trapped in a collapse site really hated Hyesung. There's even a conspiracy theory that the guy is scheming everything. As Sung-yun knows so much about the contestants, if what happened to Hyesung was an accident, he could have been attacked by one of the survivors, right? The floor director looks suspicious. Looks like a betrayer, just like Doyen. You are so fucking stupid! He must be the dude who hushed us when we were cheering for Gyuk last time we went to the studio. But he didn't say anything when Ina was performing on the stage, so other fans were complaining that the staff are favoring certain contestants. Still, Ina's performance blew his mind. After she stepped down from the stage, he kept following her like a little pet. Doyen raised his head. Sale was nervously fiddling with the strap on his messenger bag.
なんでナオトがターゲットになったんだ。
死者が報道されて、生存者の名簿と写真がもう一度公開されたんだけど、問題はそれじゃないのよ。
Ah! Hey, the stalker issue's coming back up. I just saw something creepy. Is that guy the floor director? Something scary just appeared out of nowhere. What is that?
もっとあるの。
Oh no. He's just standing there, menacingly. Damn, here it is too.
ファンが撮った写真なんだって。
でもなんでナオトが知ってたのか。
知らなかったから言ってるんでしょ。
It's so blurry! I'm sure it is that floor director. Ina lowered her watch.
私がどう考えてるか。
どう考えてるんだ。
どうやら見つかったみたい。私のストーカー。手紙送ったやつ。
To be continued. Ina walked towards Sale.
ニカちゃん。
あんた、何なのよ。
え、僕が何かしました。
あんたなんでしょ。
え、僕じゃありません。僕がなんでユーマを。
それじゃなくて、私のストーカー。
3:30. Oh, I love the music. Sale's face turned pale. Sale gulped and took a step back.
いきなり何言ってるんです。こんな時にストーカーだなんて。
じゃあこれは何なの。これ見て言ってみなよ。
Ina trusts her watch before Sale's face.
これは一体。
これ、あんたなんでしょ。
The foob! Nice. Hope you enjoy your food.
写真の隅に映り込んでるだけじゃないですか。
I love this face.
これが僕がストーカーだという証拠になるとでも思ってるんですか。他に何か証拠はあるんですか。
みんな どうしたの？
少し離れて話すんだ。ナオトの言い分も聞いてみよう。
The face of
見たよ
disgust.
ね。他に証拠でもあるかって意地は。
Dylan took a step back at the sharp retort. He was about to lose his sanity.
りょうくん、下手したら激しい喧嘩になるかもしれない。とりあえず落ち着かせないと。
仕方ないですよ。もう取り返しのつかないことに。
あれは通りすがりの人たちが勝手に撮った写真だ。1、2枚ならともかく、あんなにたくさん出回っているのはおかしい。
相葉さん、なんか言ってくださいよ。
Dylan squinted and looked away. They've lost people. Everything, including the conversation, was important, but this could be dealt with later after they were rescued. Getting out of here as fast as possible, that was the only thing occupying Doyun's mind.
違うっていうのもうやめてよね。見せてよ、あんたのバッグ。
嫌です。どうしてですか？
何も隠すことないんだよね。思い切って一度だけ見せてくれたらいいの。
Sale clenched his bag.
所持品を検査するとき、ユーマがわざわざバッグのこと話してたよね。よく考えてみたら、その時に引き止めるんじゃなかった。もしかしてだけど、ユーマ、あんたのバッグの話してああなったのかも。
The atmosphere grew somber at the mention of Hyesung.
ナオト、バッグの中見せてくれないか。ユーマの言葉で公開されたんだ。一度だけ確かめさせてくれ。
相葉さんまでそう来るとは思いませんでしたよ。他のみんなも同じ考えですか？何としても
Yeah.
僕のバッグを見る必要があるってことですか？
Nobody dared to answer. His eyes glared with hostility.
うわ、めちゃくちゃだな。あんなに面倒を見てあげてもこんな仕打ちを受けるんですね。
そうね。あまりにも悲しいことよ。でも、知ってる。全部あんたのせいなのよ。よこしてよ、バッグ。
ダメだと言ったじゃないですか。
おい、
Bag be like gun. Nah.
話してよ。言う
Nah.
こと聞かないからじゃない。
It's not going to be a gun. Just then the bag flew open. All eyes were on the contents that spilled out of Sale's messenger bag.
タブレッ
It was clearly a tablet PC on the
あ
floor.
んた、手帳以外には何も持ってないって言ってたじゃない。
Ina's angry shout suddenly stopped.
写真。
違う。
Sale hastily put his belongings back into his bag.
何が違うのよ。あんたなんでしょ。もうやめて。
Woo!
こんなことしたら危ないわ。私、息がきないわ。
Juyun groaned, clutching at her chest. Gyuk hurriedly moved Juyun out of the way.
諦めるのね。もうバレたのよ。
違うんだよ。
Then Sale pushed Ina away. Sale was forced slightly backward after pushing Ina away, but he was at the edge of the stage. Sale lost his balance and fell straight backward. Man! Who could have seen that coming? The groans quickly subsided. His hands helplessly dropped to the floor. Duyun and Gyuk stood before the body with vacant looks on their faces. The quivering eyes were wandering between Sale and the piece of steel protruding from his chest.
そんなバカな。ナオト、聞こえ
He
る。
was literally skewered by a piece of metal, you fucker. Too late. Sale lay there, his eyes closed. A sound caused the two of them to turn around.
死んだの？本当に私が。
They tried to say something, but they could barely nod. Ina took a step back, staggering.
私こんなことするつもりじゃ。いたでしょ、私押してない。あいつが押したせいで二人とも後ろに押し出された。針によって端っこに立ってたんだ。見たよね、ゆうちゃん。いたでしょ。
Ina's jaw was trembling.
私が犯罪者が。
クニカさん。
Gyuk moved closer to Ina. Ina looked at Sale, who lay behind Gyuk. Her eyes blurred with the feeling of despair.
私じゃない。
Oh. Ina quickly turned around and began to run. Doin reached out his hand but couldn't grab her. His vision blurred. He felt like the sound of his own breathing was coming from the distance.
Ryo.
He came to himself as someone grabbed his shoulder.
ケイスケさん死んだ。ナオト死んじゃったよ。引き止めるべきだった。
They looked at each other with stunned expressions. He held back his tears and raised his head.
クニカのこと探しに行かないと。
While nodding, Gyuk suddenly opened his eyes wide.
ステージの上にいる。
さっきは考える間もなく降りてきたんだ。
Gravity's the true antagonist in this game. That's the real killer. The two went around and rushed to the stage.
どうしよう。
ステージの裏、そこしかない。行こう。
Gyuk dropped to one knee. Doyen lowered himself to hold Gyuk. Gyuk looked just as terrified as Doyen did. Me too. I was like, whoop! The tremor was more intense than previous ones, but it finally died out.
こんなのはあんまりだ。こんな。
ケイスケさん、今だ。行ってみよう。
Excuse me.
楽屋のドア、鍵がかかってる。
中にいるの。
誰かいるんですか？
Bless you, thank you.
クニカなのか？レイナさん。
No response.
こっちで話そう。
It's not like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh!
クニカさん、そこにいたら危ない。
I mean, you could argue that that was an accident. It's not like you murdered him on purpose. She was panicking. You go.
落ち着いて。ドアを開けるんだ。 Gyuk stopped punching and started ramming his head against the door. こんなのないだろ。頼む。
No arguing about it, it was an accident.
レイナさん、レイナさんはそこに一緒にいるのか？
Well, where is she then? As Gyuk raised his head, his eyes met Doyun's.
だとしたら、
ユーマの遺体があるところには行か。
スタッフ用の廊下だ。レイナさんの言うことなら、クニカも聞くかも。
I don't like this one. You know why I do not like this corridor? Because of the weird animation they gave the like door turn. Do you know how scared I was of something popping up every time we go here?
レイナさん、レイナさん。
いないみたいだぞ。
さっきの揺れのせいで奥の方が崩れてるぞ。
The two slowly went in, and oh, look at that hand. I've forgotten more about this game than I actually thought.
そんな
I totally don't remember all of this happening the first time out. For real? They ran toward the pile of stones. He grabbed the pale wrist jutting out from the rubble. No pulse. I mean, I didn't really expect a pulse there. I became choked out with emotion while holding a cold wrist. Yuk panted heavily while moaning from pain.
僕のせいだ
Why is it your fault
レイナ
now?
さんを置いて降りていったから
Oh. He curled himself up and wrapped his hands around his head. Doing covered his face and slowly collapsed.
わからないどうしたらいいのかわからないリョウ
Yuk grabbed his shoulders and groaned painfully.
リョウ僕を救うべきじゃなかったんだ僕がいなかったらこんな風にならなかったはずだ
Huh? Dune didn't have the strength to disagree. He choked up and his eyes blurred. He couldn't begin to speak.
なんでこんなことになるんだプロデューサーもユーマもレイナさんも
You forgot to
ここで
mention
こうしている場
Sale.
合じゃない行くぞ
He was losing it. He couldn't even get himself up.
俺を放っといてくれ
His hands dropped from his shoulders. The staggering footsteps gradually edged away. Gradually. Gradually? It's the same as with the persuading, isn't it? Gradually. After a long struggle, he couldn't even cry anymore. We're almost at the end, by the way.
どうしても行こう今からでも
Tap, 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 tap. I wonder how this would have gone if they didn't check social media at all. That would be interesting.
クリカ頼むから開けてく
At
れ
an end. Yeah, I mean, at the initial end you get on your first playthrough, no matter what you do.
レイナさんも
This is a scripted end you will receive. She's dead!
そこにいて崩れた死んじゃったんだよクリカ早く出てこいよ
Do you knelt down before the door?
何もかも終わったユーナさんまでそんなことになるなんてでも一生ここで終わりにする
何言ってるんだ早く開けろドア開けて出てこい
There was no further response. Dune slowly walked away from the door. His head felt like exploding. His head began to ring. His entire head? Isn't it your ears that would ring? He staggered toward the stage.
ケイスケさん
Oh, you want his ass to get on a freaking stage? Oh, you can have that. He's gonna get his ass on the freaking stage right now.
どこだ
Nice shoes. Dorian looked around trying to find Yehu. I couldn't see straight. I wasn't sure if I was trembling in fear or the ground was shaking. Haha. Dune unwittingly grabbed Gyurk's shoulders. Gyurk's body hung there, slowly turning. His face was messy with tear marks and saliva. Dune did not scream. He held Gyurk's wrist, although he knew it was too late. His wrist was still warm, but there was no pulse. Dune carefully lifted Gyurk's body up, laid it down on the floor. and collapsed next to it. Someone was laughing. It took me a while to realize that it was me. I wiped the tears off my eyes. I was completely alone now. No, I could still talk to someone. Duan absentmindedly opened Father. He wrote a post, uploaded it. All that. And closed his eyes. What is the sound of the rescue? Was it the sound of the rescue team? Maybe they were digging the last tunnel to get in here. He looked down to find a flickering watch. It was Father. He unwittingly opened the app. You're not making any sense. Please give more support to Doyon. A pretentious comment on Father. What's going on? What happened now? Can you please reply? Did something happen? Why is everyone dying? What did you do to Ina? You can just disappear after posting something like that. Trying to attract attention in this situation, you're completely hopeless. Why do you say they're all dead when they're still alive? Did you kill them yourself? Doyon looked aside. Kyuk was lying on his back silently.
リョリ、僕を救うべきじゃなかったんだ。僕がいなかったらこんな風にならなかったはずだ。
Kyuk put all the blame on himself. I should have told him it wasn't his fault. I shouldn't have left him alone. Doyon had thrown himself to save Kyuk, and then left him to hang himself. Doyon pulled himself up. Across the stage, Cell must be lying on the floor with his chest pierced.
相葉さん、なんか言ってくださいよ。
Doyon blankly stared into the air.
りょうか、下手したら激しい喧嘩になるかもしれない。とりあえず落ち着かせないと。
Could have prevented this tragedy if I had intervened earlier. I failed to brace myself. I neglected, ignored, and avoided problems. But now I'm the sole survivor once more. Doyon slowly opened his watch. Sorry, so sorry, it's all my fault. What? What did you do? What did you do to Juyong? If anything happens to her, you're gonna pay a heavy price for it. It's a bit late, but Doyon wants to confess to his sins. What the heck is Sungyeon doing again? If anything happens to Inya, you're dead meat. True betrayal, lol. It's not your fault, Doyon, don't blame yourself. You say that when people are dying under the debris? Isn't it obvious when he's the only one using fate after saying that everyone's dead? Isn't it, probably locked himself up with a fuss about Sungyeon and Hyesung dying. Doyon is not that kind of person. If he really intended to do so, he would have betrayed all of them before anyone noticed. Or asked other members to post comments. If no comments are posted by others, then all must be dead now, agree? Betrayer might have committed suicide, lol. He's using fate to post this crap when no one knows if Gyuk is alive or not. If anything happens to Gyuk, I hope this asshole dies as well. What the fuck is with these people? Just ignore them. Frankly speaking, he deserved it. He betrayed his old band members and ended up like this. He's paying for what he's done so far. Just deserved, great. People are so mean. They pointed sailors at the attacker before, now accusing the wrong person. He said that it was all his fault, lol. Other contestants say nothing. He must have killed them all or hid himself somewhere. I hope he's dead. If he ran away alone, stay and die there. If he gets out, I'll crush him myself. He left Hyesung for dead. Are you happy that you become the winner this way? Is this why he left the band? If you alone get out of there alive, you will be the winner. Just take your own life. The show is done now. What about you, Young? Be responsible for what you've done. Betrayer. What an apt username. Isn't it funny how quick people are to wish someone death online? It's such an easy thing to say, right? Oh, you should die. You should go kill yourself. That's an easy thing to say online, right? Where it doesn't have any repercussions. Interesting. Dune took off his watch and walked toward Gyuhyuk. He slowly loosened the tie strangling Gyuhyuk's neck.
圭介さんこれ借りるよ
Gyuhyuk was silent. Maybe he nodded. The watch on the floor kept on flickering. Dune stared at the tie in his hand.
俺が生き残ることなんか
Even he didn't want himself to live on. I am so sorry, by the way. I have played this game before, but I really forgot that this was how this first part ended. I didn't put any like
だからだ
warnings on it. I'm so sorry.
終わっちゃった
More actively, intervened and meditated a settlement. If only I had maintained my sanity and comforted those on the verge of a breakdown.
俺には生きる資格も生きる自信もない
You and me, we both know that I didn't mean in the way that you would tell an enemy in a game to die. Tears rolled down my cheek.
こんなことになる
Died after saving you. I would have been remembered as someone better than a betrayer or a bystander. Dune hung the tie on the pillow and wrapped the other end around his neck. He looked up at the ceiling, his eyes blurry. I could no longer see the ruin. The bright lights, cheers, applause, and all the moments of glory. I was willing to do anything to bring back those moments. He was finally ready to make everyone happy.
「ベリードスターズのステージで発生した崩壊事故の速報です。合わせて7名の生存者が閉じ込められている崩壊現場に到着した救助隊は
And they're all dead.
6名の死亡と
What?
1名の生存者を見つけたと発表しました。
Wait, who's what? Inha?
死亡者はスタッフの田中義恵さん、清水直人さん、出演者の吉田玲奈さん、塚本優馬さん、鈴木圭介さん、相葉亮さんの合わせて6名。生存者の星野邦香さんは
No,
病院に
Inha,
搬送され治療を受けています。捜索に同行した警察によると、追加崩壊による遺体の損傷が激しく、現場の捜索にも難航しているとのことです。
I mean, the only thing she said was she didn't want to live anymore. And then he left to go to the stage, so she probably didn't go through with it. Kakiara Tetsuya, Iguchi Takuya. That makes sense. Shimanohiro, okay, I can't read that fast. I can't read the names that fast, but yeah, it's some pretty big names for the Japanese voice acting. Look at that. They don't have a lot of people working for this game, actually. Lion Games localization team. Yeah, you guys should have gone over your translation a little more, but it's understandable. I've read worse. Quality assurance. Call to win might not be in the credits for once. Oh yeah, maybe. Quality assurance being misspelled is just a perfect irony. I didn't even see that! End of exercise part. Show will go on. Normal end. Show ended. You've reached the first ending. You can start a new game to reveal other possibilities. Keep your insanity intact and build rapid with the others. A new path might lead you to the truth or even more mysteries. Communication leads you to the truth, but above anything else, survival is the most important thing. Achievement unlocked. Show ended. Yep. That is the first ending you get when starting to play the game. I think you are literally unable to get this ending on other New Game Plus runs. Thank you for the pat. I think after getting this one, as soon as you start a New Game Plus with your, data preserved like it says there, you will get, thank you, you will get a different ending. You will most likely get ending A, which is also what is, like, the recommended play order would be A and then B. There's also a C ending, but that one, it goes off course. That is a completely different end we'll get there. I'll explain when we get there, but like, this is what you get. So they're like, okay, stuff keeps going wrong. So what they want you to do when you start again is like, we've already pretty much done everything like as perfectly as possible. So what we need to do next time is like go through stuff again and reach up to this point. There will be there will be like 2 differences in the Hyesung scene when we confront him, because the game will be like, oh, you were here once before, you can now collect more stuff for him. Because they don't want you to collect more events with Hyesung. Because without spoiling stuff, the difference between the A end and the B end is mainly like who you side with. And they don't let you side with Hyesung in the very first initial run, because that would destroy like your experience of the game. You like this? You can't wait to see where things go? Nice. I'm also very interested in seeing where things go. I mean, I know where they go, but yeah, so what we're going to be doing next time is we're going to sadly have to spend quite a while on like skipping through stuff. Because we just have to play through it again. So that's probably going to take a while. And then we're going to go for the A ending first. A ending. Which is probably going to be another full stream, I think. Just going by length. But yeah, we have... Let me actually see. We're not even at 50% out of all of these. We're at 55% for Do-Young's profiles. And 50% for Ju-Young's. Yeah, but the collection is a pain in the ass to get. Not gonna lie. %50, stuff like this. The collection is a pain in the ass to get, because you also need to get those like bad endings that I've skipped, because I'm like, oh, I don't want to see a black screen just because I go wrong in some way. But yeah, so we'll plan for rest of the week is hopefully finish Atiyi Miru on Friday, then play more Ghostwire on Saturday, and then get started on like the actual Route A run for this game on Sunday. So, you know, same as always, kinda. But Meruru should be the last this week, I think. We keep going like every time we keep going for like half an hour of overtime for this game. It's very funny to me. Oh yeah, let me switch this up to our ending song. Thank you for stream. No, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming as always. I hope you're all enjoying this game, and I hope I'm trying not to like accidentally spoil or like be spoilery in my reactions with the game, simply because I actually know what's going to happen. So I hope it's still an enjoyable experience. Thank you all for coming tonight. Let me just see who's doing stuff. Who's doing cool stuff? Who can we say hello to? I mean, everyone is always doing cool stuff, but who can we say hello to? That's the question. No, I know who we say hello to. Night. Bye bye. Bye bye. Hold on. Let me set up a raid and then we can go say bye bye. I can type. I cannot type. First time we managed to catch live was fun. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming by. I always stream at around the same time. Every time I stream, I always try to stream around the same time. So hopefully you can catch another stream sometime soon as well. Hey, it's been fun. I'm glad. Here's the right message. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you on Friday. Hopefully not a cursed Friday. I will do my best to ensure it's not a cursed Friday. But yeah, good night, everyone. Have a nice Wednesday evening. See you all soon. And bye-bye.